love to compete, but mostly play because you love to play football.
More. You're doing great. You look amazing.
The Egg White Grill, so you can bring on the day.
Hey Jags, Matt Mitchell down at Culver's. Have you ever wondered why things taste so amazing when you come to Culver's? It's because it's fresh. We make it just for you. When you say, I want a burger, someone starts making a burger. When you want French fries, someone starts cooking French fries. We also make fresh frozen custard throughout the day. It's always within an hour of fresh when you eat it. Not something that's been packed and sitting around the freezer forever. It's fresh, it's delicious, it's so creamy. So come see us down at Culver's. We can't wait to have you.
There are first days, long days, day after day after day, and days you've worked so hard for. So today, let's focus on turning your retirement dreams into reality. Because to solve the big challenges of tomorrow, take simple steps today. At Country Financial, when you're ready to start, we're ready to help.
Call your financial representative, Stephen Perch, at 816-795-6232.
Welcome to Big Frog. This is our store. These are our t-shirts. This is our printer. It's really fast. These are our professional graphic designers, our free professional graphic designers. At Big Frog, you can have the shirt you want, fun, fast, and priced right. We stock all kinds of apparel in tons of colors and styles, and we have a 24-hour turnaround. That means no more waiting forever for your order to arrive in the mail. We love what we do here at Big Frog, so bring your team, club, family, and friends to Big Frog in Independence, where fun is always celebrated.
The gridiron. You take a look at the district rankings, if you will, the district standings, and Raytown leads the district that William Chrisman is in, and right now they're sitting in third place and would play Ruskin in the first round of the playoffs if things were to get started today. They're in the 3 spot. Raytown and Fort Osage are the top 2 teams in that district, and they're very, very close. On the Blue Springs South side of things, Francis Howell leads the district, and Blue Springs South is in the 7 spot. And right now, if the playoffs were to get started, we'd get to see a second meeting between the Cats and the Jags, because Blue Springs has played their way back up the ladder into the number 2 spot of the district, but still plenty of time left to go. They have common opponents, and I know you're not supposed to do this, but how come we always do it when we get the opportunity?
It's an illness that announcers have, I think.
Yeah, it is. Raytown and Blue Springs are the common opponents that each of these 2 teams have, and they've lost to both. The Jags, of course, lost the first week, 41-34 on the last play of the game at Raytown. And last week they played at Blue Springs, and the final in that one was 38-14. While Chrisman opened the season at Blue Springs, lost that one 39-0. And then they lost 49-21 to Raytown. So make of that what you will, because we're going to figure it out for real here on the field coming up in just a moment. The referees for today's game, they are out on the field talking it over with the captains, and our officiating crew is led by Chris Mack. He's the referee. Steve Ruppert is the umpire. Matt Fryatt, the linesman. Michael Royal, the line judge. The back judge is Derek Maiden. And Blue Springs South won the toss, and they have deferred to the second half. And I know you guys all wanted me to say that Fred Sanford was our referee tonight, and his wingmen on the sides were Those three revered philosophers, Larry, Mo, and Curly. But I can't do that, Coach. These guys work hard, too.
Yes, they do. Remind me of that in the third quarter if things aren't going well, because I sometimes forget that.
Well, we're set to go. William Chrisman will get their hands on the ball first, and you take a look, and they've got some guys who can run the football. And as we talked about, their hang-up, their deficiency, if you will, is depth. Or lack thereof. Just the numbers aren't there.
Well, that's and especially this time of year when you've had 4 or 5 games and you start to get a few kids dinged up and all of a sudden kids are playing that you weren't planning on playing and are younger or need some experience. Makes it kind of tough. So let's take a look. But as far as passing the eye test, the 11 kids they put on the field look talented and very athletic.
And they are. That will serve as our injury report presented by Care Now Urgent Care with 7 locations in the metro, open from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. online at carenow.com. As we get set to kick it away, Luke Fellers is going to boot it. Jags are dressed in green with the blue numbers and trim, the blue helmets, and they are going from left, defending the goal to the left, going to the right. And the kick is going to sail 5 yards deep into the end zone and over the head of William Chrisman's Trayvon Cisco. And it'll come out to the 20-yard line, first down and 10.
Well, it'll be interesting, and I know Coach Oler likes to start out on defense. He's a defensive player, and he thinks that kind of sets the tone of the game. So it would be great to have the Jaguars start out with a 3-and-out. We'll see how they do against this great big offensive line for William Chrisman.
Our opening kickoff brought to you by Constantino's Price Chopper, your family-owned grocer since 1948. And the handoff coming around is the jet sweep, if you will, and one of their big runners gets out over the 25 to the 26-yard line. Coming out of there after the carry is Brian Cox at 6'2" and 210 pounds, and he picks up 6 yards, and it'll be second down and 4.
This is the first time I've seen the Jags play somebody that's got this big a back. He's a big kid, big and strong, not all that fast, but he's a load.
And he gets the handoff and picks up some yardage. After the carry is Siosi Nauer is the guy who carries the football, and Anthony Orlando makes the tackle after a gain of out to the 34-yard line. So they pick up 14 yards on their first couple of plays. And Dawson Hurl in the gun. He's going to slip the ball to his one running back, and he's going to keep going before finally getting dragged down. And that was Nauer once again, and he ends up getting tackled by Steven Swingle.
Yeah, and they're going to do no huddle and speed the game up a little bit. Their big offensive line right now is doing a really good job against Blue Springs South.
Double wing, 2 receivers, low snap, handoff to Nauer, and Nauer is going to get outside the 45 to the 48-yard line. Our kickoff tonight was at 7 p.m., and our time and temperature, the temperature for tonight's ball game is 58 degrees under cloudy skies. It's all brought to you by Swim Things on 40 Highway in Blue Springs, Kansas City's pool and spa experts. And Hurl is going to throw, swings it out, and bounces it. Low throw at the Blue Springs South 45-yard line, and the intended receiver couldn't haul it in.
Quick out route that time by the inside receiver, and our defensive back was in great position between the quarterback and the receiver, so he forced the quarterback to throw a low outside ball that was not able to handle. And, they've run the ball, 4 times and really got good yards. They decided to throw. Now it's 3rd and long, so we'll see what they decide.
3rd down and 7, and Hurl is going to shovel it to Nauer, and he's blown up by Myers back at the 40-yard line. So a good job of getting in there by Skylar Myers.
Myers defeated his block on the outside, and it was a late snap and a quick pitch. left the running back exposed there, and Myers did a great job of tackling him one-on-one in the open field. 4th and 13, so the Jag defense does his job and cuts them off before they get to the 50-yard line. Looks like we're going to have good field position.
Trey Babel is going to be deep for the punt. And back to punt it away. Kelvin Mason, he's a senior, standing at his own 30. Low snap. He'll punt it from the 33-yard line, and it takes a quick right turn and heads out of bounds at the Blue Springs South 48. And if they walk it upfield, this could be a real good punt. Well, they don't walk it as far back as I thought, to the 48-yard line, and we're looking at, 3 yards on the kick?
It's too bad he shanked it and went off to the right. But the good news for the Jags is they're going to get the ball inside the Chrisman territory at the Chrisman 48-yard line.
Coach, we were talking last week and in some of our shows about some of the veteran coaches who, when they find something that works, they keep doing it. Is Max Conrad will hand the ball off to Nashawn Ricks, and he gets going downhill and carts it all the way inside the 40 down to the 38. He's going to pick up close to 9 yards on first down, and the tackle by Hunter Clark, who is a senior, but there is a penalty flag.
Inside zone play, the offensive lineman just double teamed on the defensive line that were there and had a lead back on it. Had great yardage on that play, but the Jaguars are backing off. It looks like it may be against the Jaguars.
We're scoreless, 9:22 to play here in the first quarter, and the Jags getting their hands on the football for the first time. And what I was getting ready to ask you about was, and I think Chrisman was guilty of breaking this rule, is we get a defensive penalty, or are they offset?
Offsetting, yeah, both sides.
So they'll offset the penalties, and they will put the ball at the 40-yard line. They haven't moved the chains to catch up with it yet. It'll be second down to the yard, so Rick gets 9 yards on the play, and Conrad's going to run out of the gun once again. He'll bring a man in motion across the formation and hand it off. First down. He spins and is thrown down at the 35-yard line. What they asked was, and you'll see the veterans, and they referenced Tony Severino at Rockhurst. He said, if that dive play is working, he's going to hand it off to the fullback going through until they stop it.
Exactly.
And I think sometimes you get your plays scripted, you have a tendency to go away from what is working.
That's exactly right, and I think people try to overthink things, and that's what I mentioned a couple of weeks ago is a deficit that coaches in the effort to try to make things varied so they're not predictable, they go away from stuff that works well, and you need to do better at that. Tony Severino has been around long enough that he'll utilize a good play and run it till they stop it.
Conrad throws it out, and the ball was tipped right before it got to the intended receiver, and it's second down and 10. They're going to run the option, and he gets hit and is dropped back outside the 40 at the 43-yard line. And Chrisman had that play well defended. They give him progress to the 41. So
that was Devin Braswell, linebacker, that came up and took the quarterback on the option, and we didn't get it pitched in time. And he did do a good job of not pitching that out to nobody and causing a fumble. So had to eat that one. We need to pick up a big first down here. It's third and about 16.
Our first quarter brought to you by Rancho Grande Cantina, where every Wednesday is Fajita Wednesday. And every third down is not third and 16. There's a man in motion going across the set. Fake to Ricks. Conrad rolls, throws against his body, and a diving attempt to catch the ball is made at the 30-yard line. And they were looking for Twy on that play. He is a good-looking sophomore, Isaiah Twy, who comes up just a bit short, and it'll be fourth down.
We had good blocking that time. The quarterback threw a pretty good pass. It was just a little bit off, and pretty good coverage by the defense, but it's encouraging that the line is holding their own against this very big Chrisman bunch.
And they were expecting a run because did you see everybody go after Ricks?
Exactly. It was a good fake, though.
Conrad had his time to throw. And Skylar Myers is going to punt it away, and there's nobody deep, so he will angle it towards the sideline, and that might be a situation where you look at it and kick the ball right down the center of the highway and keep it in. It'll go out of bounds inside the 15 at the 14-yard line, and that's where the Bears will take over. First down and 10. As we mentioned, our first quarter brought to you by Rancho Grande Cantina. You get $3 off fajitas on Wednesday, and you can enjoy half-price appetizers Saturdays from 11 a.m. to 4 p.m. Rancho Grande Cantina in Blue Springs. 26 yards on the punt for Skylar Myers.
Well, Chrisman ran the ball successfully a couple of times before they started throwing. We'll see what they come back to.
Ciosi Nauer is the running back, and he's going to get the handoff and break to the outside and pick up a block, gets around Fellers. He is outside the 30 and is hauled down by Luke Fellers, who didn't give up on the play, and tackles him just outside the 40 at the 41-yard line.
Good blocking that time by the Chrisman offensive lineman. Once he got through, it was into the secondary, and the running back was able to make a couple of people miss. So, once again, when Chrisman has run the ball straight ahead, they've had very good success.
7:45 left to play in a scoreless first quarter, and the handoff. Nauer again will get outside the 45 at the hash mark on the far side to the 48-yard line. They may put him back on the 47, saying that's where his knee touched, but still a good first down run.
Good success running the ball inside. That's where their strength is with the big offensive line. Look for Blue Springs South to do some stunting and maybe blitz a linebacker or two to see if they can stop that.
They've got the three-man front, the 3-4 defensive set, and Hurl out of the gun will hand the ball off, and new running back is going to get the carry for William Chrisman, and that's going to be Brian Cox. He's stopped by Skylar Myers on the play for the Jags. That'll give them a first down.
You know, a couple of weeks ago you brought up also that, we borrow a lot of stuff from the past, and I noticed the offensive line blocking looks like a single wing. There's somebody pulling every down.
First down and 10. Hurl throws over the middle, and the pass is incomplete. It's off the hands of the intended receiver, Kelvin Mason, and it'll bring up second down and 10. And that time, Coach, the pass play was open.
Yeah, post route that time, and Hurl did a great job putting the ball there. The receiver just wasn't able to pull it in. Maybe it was thrown a little bit too hard, but nice route, nice pass.
Nauer is back in there, standing just to the right and a step behind the quarterback, and Hurl is going to catch it, hand it off, and his running back gets nailed right at the line of scrimmage, and in on the tackle for Blue Springs South is Aiden Birdwell. He is a sophomore on the defensive line, and there are a couple of those out there tonight.
They pulled a tackle that time, and he was able to slip in behind the pulling tackle and tackle the running back before he got the ball. That's what happens when you pull offensive linemen.
Twins to each side, so in effect, double slot formation, and Hurl retreats to pass. Now he steps up. He's going to throw over the middle, and the pass hangs up too long, and at the 20-yard line, it is incomplete, and they were looking once again for Kelvin Mason.
Well, one of the standard rules of passing is never throw the ball over the middle late. And Hurl scrambled a little bit, came up to the line of scrimmage, saw an open receiver in the middle, but by that time 3 different Jaguars were there to knock the ball away. Nice coverage that time by the Jags. It's going to be 4th and about 13.
Yep. 4th and 13, and Mason will punt it away, and Vavel is back deep. 6:08 left to play in a scoreless first quarter. Snap is knee high. They put a little pressure on Mason, but he gets away a nice punt. Vavel will make the catch at the 20-yard line, slips a tackle, goes to the far side, out over the 30, 35, hurdles a man to the 40, 45, 50, cuts back to the middle of the field, and gets hauled down as it goes inside the 45 to the 42-yard line.
I'll tell you what, Trey Vavel has been a bright spot for the Jaguars all season long. He broke 3 tackles there. I'd like to say that a coach taught him that, but that's just talent. That's a great job of running and avoiding some tackles, and the Jags have super field position here. Let's see if we can march down and get a touchdown. Nice job, Trey Vapp.
39-yard return after a 31-yard punt. And the tackle made on the play by Jaden Williams. And the Jags are in business at the 42-yard line. Nashawn Rick will get the handoff and get met at the 40-yard line. And he gets driven back and get on the tackle. Was Christian Felix. And he was running the football early in the year, Coach, at 6 foot, 260 pounds. They didn't make running backs like that in high school when we were there. And he's a pretty good linebacker and is focusing now primarily on the defensive side of the ball. Twins to the left side. Conrad's going to take it, sprint to the corner, cut up field as he gets to the sideline and gets it inside the 40. We'll wait and see where he's spotted down at the 38.
That's just a design quarterback sweep. The running back was used as a blocker to the outside cornerback and picked up a couple of yards on the play, but it's going to be 3rd and about 7.
Mr. Felix in on that tackle. And when you're 6 foot and 260 and put together like he is, that's his first name. I don't care what his mom said. He is Mr. Felix.
Yes.
Dykus is going to go split wide to the left. Shelton is going to come to the near side. They've got a man in the slot to the near side. And Conrad's going to throw. Has time over the middle. The ball is caught inside the 30 to the 26-yard line. The pass complete to Isaiah Twy. And he's a nice tall target to shoot at. Listed at 6'1", he may be a little taller.
I'll tell you, Conrad did a great job of putting the ball in the right spot. They say the important thing about a forward pass is location, location, location. And, boy, he put the ball in a great spot that time. The only person who could catch it was the Jag.
Hunter Clark was defending on the play. Conrad is going to hand it off to Nix. And Mason comes blitzing through there. And his first target was the quarterback on the blitz. They hand it to Rick, and he gets nailed back at the 29-yard line. He's going to lose about 4.
And that's another kid that's pretty well put together.
Yes, he is.
We're lucky we didn't get somebody hurt on that play.
He's listed at 185 pounds,
yeah,
6 foot tall.
I'm not sure I believe that.
I think he's got a little more muscle than that.
Yeah.
The toss goes to Rick. They're going to try to get him to the corner. He tried to cut back. They missed the tackle, Felix did, and he will get run out of bounds as he gains back what they lost on the previous play plus another, so he'll pick up 5. And it'll be 3rd down and 9, and we're under 3:20 to play in a scoreless first quarter.
You know, we're at the 24-yard line, and I know it's 3rd and long, but this may be 4-down territory here for the Jags. If we can pick up decent yardage here, maybe we can go for it on 4th down.
Twy is split to the near side. Shelton in the slot. Dykus to the left. Hand off to Rick, and they are going to get some yardage. And they're going to be within 3 as they get down to the red zone, right at the 20-yard line. And they're in the red zone, presented by ECS Capital Investments Advisor Eric Sporing. Be sure to give Eric a call at 510-9067.
You know, you and I both thought he got a little further on that play, but they mark him back at the 20-yard line, so it's 4th and 5, but still a doable situation. We've had better success running straight at Chrisman instead of trying to go outside, at least so far tonight.
That way you can take advantage of whatever size advantage you might have on the front line. And they're going to give it to Rick, and that time he get corralled from behind by Mr. Felix once again. And it will result in the loss of about 3. And it'll be 1st and 10 for the Bears.
Here's a famous quote for you. They asked Steve Young which defensive lineman in the NFL he feared the most. And without hesitating a second, Steve Young said, the unblocked one. And that's exactly what happened right then. We had an unblocked defensive lineman who busted up that play. You didn't know I had all these quotes for you, did you?
I didn't know that. I didn't know you and Steve Young were tight. 2 backs, and Hurl with a low snap, and he'll get the ball into the hands of Sarosi Nauer. And he's going to back his way forward for maybe a yard, 2nd down and 9.
Straight ahead play that time didn't work for Chrisman. It's been working, so that's a good sign for Blue Springs South.
Gain of 2 yards.
Give him a couple, and Anthony Orlando up from a secondary spot or a linebacker spot to make the play. Hurl with twin backs, one on each side of him, throwing out of the gun. Again, a low snap, and he's going to have to chase it. And he's got a man out there, but he underthrows the ball. It's intercepted at the Blue Springs South 45-yard line, and Trey Vavel will intercept that pass, but there's a flag thrown way back at the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, and I can't tell what it is. I think maybe they had an illegal receiver downfield. I think a lineman was downfield. We'll see.
You know, if he had a chance to properly step into it and throw that football, he had a chance to get 6 points.
Yeah, the low snap hurt him on that play.
And he ended up having to throw it off his back foot. And the officials are talking it over, and one's pointing one way and others pointing another. And I guess I could get political and say it kind of looked like the Senate Judiciary Committee, but that would be harsh to these guys. I'm talking about the guys out on the field.
Skylar Miles tried to get into the huddle and tell the officials what he thought they should do, and we'll see if he had any success.
A pair of penalties against William Chrisman. They declined the ineligible receiver downfield, and I think they're going to decline both of them if they get the chance because they intercepted the pass. And a personal foul. It'll be 1st down, and the Jags will keep the football.
Once again, inside the Chrisman territory, hopefully the offense can cash in here. We've had some good plays. We've been a little bit inconsistent. We'll see if we can put a drive together here.
Walker Goebel is lining up on the wing. And 2 receivers coming to the near side with Twy in the slot. Dykus split wide to the left. Nashawn Rick is the tailback, and he's going to get away from one, but the rest of the defense will catch up to him back at the 44-yard line. So it'll be a loss of a couple of yards, and there were a bunch of guys on hand, but Zachary Rowe was leading the charge for William Chrisman.
A couple of linebackers blitzed and were able to come through gaps, and it's going to be tough going on the perimeter because they're pretty quick and they pursue the ball really well, and that's why we had better luck running straight at them. I think that sometimes they blitz themselves out of the play when they blitz that often.
Myers Funeral Chapel proud to call Blue Springs home and cheer for the Cats and Jags. Jags have 2 to the left and 1 to the right. Conrad locks in on his receiver, finds Twy at the 42. He is going to be dropped at the 41-yard line, which means they get back the yardage they lost. And it'll bring up, with half a minute to go here in the quarter, 3rd down and 10.
Flare pass that time. Good route, good ball passing, and we gained about 4 yards there, but the bad news is we'd already lost 4 yards. So we're back to the original line of scrimmage. It's 3rd and 10, but once again, we may be in 4-down territory here the way our defense has been holding.
Kelvin Mason made the tackle on the play. Goebel comes across the set, lines up on the wing to the near side. Conrad's going to throw. Rick throws a nice block, but the pass is going to be picked off as they were looking for Twy at the 35, and the ball was thrown short of the receiver.
Just an out route, and the defensive back did a good job of stepping up and into the line of flight there. So it was 4th down. They've got the ball in their own territory, so not hurt that bad, I don't think. We'll just see if the defense.
Welcome to Big Frog. This is our store. These are our t-shirts. This is our printer. It's really fast. These are our professional graphic designers, our free professional graphic designers. At Big Frog, you can have the shirt you want, fun, fast, and price right. We stock all kinds of apparel in tons of colors and styles, and we have a 24-hour turnaround. That means no more waiting forever for your order to arrive in the mail. We love what we do here at Big Frog, so bring your team, club, family, and friends to Big Frog in Independence, where fun is always celebrated.
Area with 11 locations throughout the metro. If you're looking to purchase a home, fix up your current home, or maybe you need to refinance, come in and speak with the friendly professionals at Prime Lending. Call 816-600-4561 or visit them online at yprimelendingkc.com to find the Prime Lending branch near you. All loans subject to credit approval. Rates and fees subject to change. Prime Lending, a Plains Capital Company, is an equal housing lender.
No score as we start the second quarter. Our first quarter brought to you by Rancho Grande Cantina, where every Wednesday is Fajita Wednesday with $3 off fajitas. And our second quarter brought to you by CarStar Blue Springs. And Chrisman snaps the ball. It's going to go all the way back inside the 20, and the ball is loose. And let's see who gets it, because it was heading towards the far sideline.
And if it got out of bounds before a Jag was able to get on, Chrisman's going to be able to keep that ball.
They'll keep the ball, but they're going to be back in outer Mongolia.
You know, the last two snaps to hurl the Chrisman quarterback, remember, were at his feet. He had trouble with that the last two times, so...
We'll take a look at the Christian Brothers Automotive in-game update coming up in just a moment. They ended up losing 18 yards on that play.
And I think they just threw a flag on the sideline.
They did, but I think it's just going to be a warning.
No, I think, well, maybe.
I think they threw the flag, but then...
As a warning, okay.
Yeah.
All right, you're right. I should know not to mess with you.
I was watching Hang Time. He was the one that was wrong.
Yeah.
He may be wrong, but he can make those putts, boy. What did you knock down, a 40-footer and a 25-footer yesterday? Hurl gets a good snap this time, and they hand the ball off, and there's not a lot of running room for Sarosi Nauer, the sophomore running back, who's another one of those athletes, Coach, that's put together at 6 foot and about 195.
But I'll tell you what, I saw a positive sign that time. The defensive line for the Jags held their own. No gain on that play, and they tried to run right up the middle like they've had great success with so far. So good job for the Jaguar defensive line.
Going to throw in some scores during the break between plays after this snap. Hurl's going to retreat, roll to the near side, swing the ball on and out at the 31-yard line, and it's going to be caught, but they have to get to the 48 for a first down, and it'll be way short. Our in-game update presented by Christian Brothers Automotive at 19600 East 40 Highway in Independence. Faith-based and proud to cheer for the Cats and Jags. Big one at Lee Summit North. It's the Broncos 7, the Titans nothing in the first quarter. Equally as big a game in Raymore Peculiar. Ray Peck with a 7-0 lead over Blue Springs. Grain Valley and Raytown, 16-0 Raytown, and we get a stoppage of play as Trey Vavel waits back at the 38-yard line for a punt, and we're going to get a Chrisman timeout.
I'm not sure I would punt the ball to Trey Vavel as good as he's been at returning tonight, but hopefully they will.
The other score we have, Liberty with a 7-0.
Hey Jags, Matt Mitchell down at Culver's. Have you ever wondered why things taste so amazing when you come to Culver's? It's because it's fresh. We make it just for you. When you say, I want a burger, someone starts making a burger. When you want French fries, someone starts cooking French fries. We also make fresh frozen custard throughout the day. It's always within an hour of fresh when you eat it. Not something that's been packed and sitting around the freezer forever. It's fresh, it's delicious, it's so creamy. So come see us down at Culver's. We can't wait to have you.
Take it from here the other way to there.
Well, he's already come up with a big punt return in the first quarter, and then, of course, an interception in that last series. So we'll see if he can single-handedly try to get this game on the Jaguar side.
He creeps up to the 40 after standing back near the 30. And Mason is going to hit this one from about the 23, and it's an end-over-end punt, drives him back to the 30. He'll get to the 35 to the far side, reverses his field, gets away from one man, gets away from two, back at the 30, heads straight up the middle, and is going to get tackled out over the 42-yard line, and he was pounced upon, and a flag will fly. So a late hit, and the Jags should get some additional yardage.
Trey did a great job of getting what he could that time. I'm amazed he got it back as far as he did. I'm also amazed he didn't get hurt on that late hit.
He ran about 75, 80 yards and gained what, 12, 13?
12 or 13, that's right. But that we need every inch we can get, and we're going to get 15 more yards, I believe.
So we'll wait and see how they parse out the yardage. Remind you that Preps KC is the ultimate in high school football coverage. Check out the website for live scores and all your high school football information, and download the free Preps KC app in the Apple Store and Android Market. This is going to be huge, Coach. It'll take the ball all the way to the William Chrisman 42-yard line.
Kevin Hornick is the expert. We can check with him, but I think every drive we've had has started in their territory.
Conrad is going to give the ball to Nashawn Rick, and he's going to get knocked down, kind of ran into the wall created by his own lineman and a couple of defensive tackles, and then a holding penalty is probably going to bring it all back anyway.
Straight dive play up the middle, and one of the defensive linemen was just about to defeat a Jaguar offensive lineman, and he held on to the jersey. I could see it stretch from here. So those yards we got on the penalty are just about all brought back.
It has been an entertaining first half. 10:45 remaining in the half. We're scoreless. And the ball comes back to the Blue Springs South 48.
But it should be first down. They've got second down marked there. There we go. Now we got our sight.
Twins to each side. First and 20 from the 48. And Conrad's going to put it in the air, and they set up the screen. And he runs into his own man. Is that Trey Vavel, who got leveled at the Chrisman 45-yard line.
Nice gain on the play. It was set up very well. Chrisman blitzed a guy, and so they had four people rushing the quarterback, and he was able to wait and get the ball away at the last minute. Good yardage gain, and we're almost back to the original line of scrimmage.
Braswell and Mason were the guys in on the tackle. And it'll be second down and 12. We'll be under 10 minutes to go here in the first half. By the time the Jags get the play in, the play clock is already at 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. They're going to sprint to the line with 2, with 1, and they're not going to get set. And let's see if they got the timeout taken. They did. So we'll get timeout as well with 9:50 to go in the first half. It's Chrisman nothing.
There are first days, long days, day after day after day, and days you've worked so hard for. So today, let's focus on turning your retirement dreams into reality. Because to solve the big challenges of tomorrow, take simple steps today. At Country Financial, when you're ready to start, we're ready to help.
Call your financial representative, Stephen Perch, at 816-795-6232.
At Christian Brothers Automotive, a faith-based auto repair facility. Call 816-795-6811. Visit them online at christianbrothersautomotive.com.
No score. 9:50 to go in the first half. Second down and 12. The Jags have trips to the right, a single receiver to the left, and an empty backfield. Conrad pulls him offside. Question is, did one of the linemen jump or twitch and draw him across?
I'm going to go out on a limb and say Chrisman jumped across.
Well, we're getting a complete conversation here.
Offside.
All Very right. Good. You haven't missed your or lost your touch, Coach. Well, Tony Reisinger and Sideliner Sports are proud to be the trusted radio partner of the Northwest Missouri State Bearcats. You can now listen to exciting Bearcats football on Real Country, 10:30 a.m. KCWJ. For sponsor information, call Tony at 816-810-6557. Second down and 7 after the penalty. A quad set, and Conrad's going to run the draw on the quarterback sneak up the middle. He breaks to the outside. He's to the 20. He's to the 15. Turns the corner at the 10. A flag is thrown behind the play, and he's run out of bounds at the 5-yard line.
Oh, I'm afraid there might be an illegal block up there. The wide receiver was doing a great job holding the cornerback off, and he may have held on to his jersey. Yeah, I see a holding penalty there.
I was going to say the operative word is hold.
Yeah, it's from the spot, so we'll still have a first down.
And that was a nice run by Conrad.
Yeah, once he got by the linebackers, we started picking up a few blocks, and the Jags did a good job trying to block maybe just a little bit too good on that corner.
However, they get into the red zone for the second time, brought to you by your ECS Capital Investment Advisor, Eric Sporing. And while the penalty is going to bring it back out to the 24, still counts as a trip inside the red zone. If you want to provide for your children's education or prepare for a comfortable retirement, Eric's your man at 510-9067.
Yeah, we're fortunate that was the hold was the penalties from the spot of the hole, so we still get the first down.
Rick is in the backfield, and you've got 3 receivers to the near side. Tony Roach is there along with Twy and Shelton. And the handoff. Nashawn Rick sweep to the near side. Gets the seam. 15, 10, and down at that point.
You know, both slot receivers were able to get good blocks. You could see that play set up. Once we sealed the defensive line and he got outside, a great job blocking by the 2 inside receivers. First down and goal at the 10-yard line. We need to punch this in.
Hunter Clark makes the tackle for William Chrisman. And nice carry on that play by Nashawn Rick. I want to say he got close to 15 yards on the play. And Conrad out of the gun, empty backfield, the throw, and it is off the hands of Nashawn Rick. And the pass is incomplete. Chrisman is going to make the argument that it was behind the line of scrimmage.
It wasn't, and I've got a question for you. Had he had the ball, that was a horse collar, obviously. The kid grabbed the back of his shoulder pads, but it was an incomplete pass, so I guess the horse collar's not.
No, to me, it's a horse collar whether he catches the ball or not. He was hauled down from behind by the horse collar.
And that's a penalty that got created after I left, so I don't know what the deal is with that, but obviously it was a horse collar tackle.
Rick is going to get the handoff, and the hole that was there, and there was a hole, it closed quickly as Christian Felix is there to make the tackle, and it'll bring up third down.
We've had good success up the middle against Chrisman, and that ball got down to about the 7-yard line. So 3rd and 7, but we're definitely in 4-down territory if we want to be.
Third down and goal. 8:40 remaining in a scoreless first half to this point. Best field position for either team in the game. And Rick is standing a step behind and to the left of Conrad, who's going to look to throw. Swings it on and out, and the pass is going to be incomplete. It's complete, but it's going to be short of the first down. It's at the 3-yard line. May put him down to the 4.
So it's going to be 4th down and goal from about the 4-yard line.
There you go. You find the shortest guy out there. Dykus is 5'8", listed at 160.
Conrad did a great job getting the ball over the outside linebacker that time.
I didn't think he got it there. He does hand it off to Nashawn Rick, who gets to the corner and is in for the touchdown.
Handoff sweep that time. They pulled a guard out in front of him. got a good block on the corner, and he waltzed in untouched. Nice job, Jaguars.
7:38 remaining in quarter number 2. Nashawn Rick with a 4-yard run. And the extra point kick is coming. And to try the extra point is Shane Harper.
And we got a question for the expert Hornick.
Snap back and the ball is down. The kick is up and good. And the question will come after this break. 7-0 Blue Springs South. 7:38 to play first half. Back after this on Real Country, 10:30 a.m. KCWJ.
Minor Adjustment is a trusted choice for your chiropractic care and acupuncture needs in Blue Springs and eastern Jackson County. Dr. Andy Miner and his caring staff are ready to assist you for body aches and pain, sports injuries, or if you've been injured in a car accident. A Minor Adjustment is conveniently located in beautiful downtown Blue Springs at 801 West Main Street. Call 816-228-5522. That's 228-5522 for compassionate chiropractic care with Dr. Andy Miner. Online at aminoradjustment.net.
.42 yards in 9 plays. And Nashawn Rick with the touchdown. Shane Harper with his 10th extra point of the year in 13 tries. And they're going to kick it away. Chrisman with a couple of guys deep, but they're going to get it to one of the up men who catches and then hops back to about the 27-yard line. And after making the catch, the ball is caught by Tremaine Key, a freshman,
who really did a nice job, showed a lot of poise catching that. On a pooch kick like that, usually a kid, they have a kid there that is not used to catching a kickoff, so he did a nice job.
Joe Ward is there to knock him out of bounds. A couple of youngsters, a freshman on the return and a sophomore on the special teams tackle. Hurl with the running back standing next to him, just to his right, and he's going to hand the ball off, and the tackle made on the play is Nauer tries to get outside, and he was unable to do so, and Skylar Myers there to make the tackle.
Skylar did a great job defeating his block and getting a hold of the running back, and so Chrisman's already at hole second and about 13.
Care Now Urgent Care has 8 locations in the metro, open every day from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. Go online at carenow.com. And Hurl is going to throw. He's being chased. He flips the ball out long, throws it up for grabs at the 40, and it is knocked incomplete. And Luke Fellers is there to defend on the play.
Yeah, we had great coverage that time, and Luke really was just waiting on the ball. So good coverage. Ran out of sideline there. They weren't able to get the ball out to him in time.
Fellers, just a sophomore at 6'2", 180 pounds. Got out, followed one of the faster receivers, and was able to keep up with him and stay right with him. Hurl is going to throw. Flag is going to fly. He's going to roll to the near side to the 25 and out of bounds as he approaches the 30. And he gets tackled. And Myers gets pushed out of there by one of the linemen who got over there to protect the quarterback. But didn't see a flag, but that doesn't mean there wasn't one that was thrown.
You know, the official ran in there to make sure everybody was okay. And really, I think everybody was just trying to leave, and the official was there, and they couldn't get by him.
Anthony Orlando was in on the tackle.
Sideline warning issued to Blue Springs South.
Yeah, Blue Springs South got a sideline warning that time.
I think we're worried about things that don't matter. Fourth down and 8. And
now
Mason will punt.
You were supposed to remind me of that in the third quarter about
Well, I mean, come on.
Back deep for the Jags, number 3, Trey Bobble.
I think up there to congratulate their teammate.
Yeah. Yeah, really, it was a good, clean hit, and I think everybody was fine.
Yeah, they were. Players were fine.
Yeah.
Babel standing back inside the 40 at the 39, and Mason will hit this from about the 25, and I'm not sure they've got enough people out there.
Penalty flag on the field.
It's a delay of game.
Delay of game, the penalty against William Chrisman.
So it'll cost them 5, and it'll be 4th and 18.
Well, I like our chances. Kick it to Trey Babel.
6:48 remaining in the second quarter, which is brought to you by CarStar Blue Springs at 3210 East 40 Highway in Blue Springs. They're the auto body repair experts. Good snap, but he dropped it, tried to dribble it, picks it up to the 20. He's going to kick it away, and it sails out of bounds. Lands out of bounds at about the 37, but I'm waiting to see how they do it when they walk it back up outside the 40. And they're going to put it down to the 43.
You know, he did a great job getting that punt away. Ended up being one of those punts like they're doing in college now where they run and try to kick it on the run.
Rugby-style punt, only that time he dropped a perfect snap and then dribbled it. It bounced back up to him, and he got to the outside and was able to kick it on the run.
Well, let's see if Blue Springs South can put something together here and see. They've got plenty of time. They found a few things that worked offensively, so let's see if maybe we can get another drive in and increase that lead.
27 yards on the punt, and Max Conrad will take over at the 43-yard line. First down and 10, and they're going to have their receivers in tight to the near side. Rick in motion. He'll get it on the handoff. Try to get to the corner at the hash mark. He'll turn it upfield, and he gets dropped for a loss of a couple of yards. And the tackle, Devin Braswell. And also there was Mr. Mason. Kelvin Mason has been everywhere defensively.
You know what? And he did a great job with an open field tackle there. That was a nice job of tackling. If we could have got by him, the Jags were in shape to make some good yardage there.
Dykus and Twy to the near side, Roach to the far side with Goebel on the slot. And Conrad rolling to the near side, looks to throw and overthrows his receiver at the 49-yard line in Chrisman territory. And the defender on the play was Brian Cox, and put a little shove into the receiver and sent him tumbling.
Plus, we had late pressure on the quarterback. I think that affected his throw. We had a linebacker bearing down on him. So, 3rd and long here.
5:55 remaining. 3rd and long equates to 3rd and 11. 7-0, Blue Springs South. Nashawn Rick with a 4-yard touchdown run the last time the Jags had the football. Seems like it's been a while, but in terms of the clock, just a couple of minutes, if that. And Conrad with a play-action fake. Now he gets pressure, and down he goes, and that occurred quickly. And there to make the tackle for the loss is Christian Crowder, 5'9", 205-pound junior, who was able to break through. And he got there, Coach, at the end real quick because Conrad acted like he had all the time in the world.
Yeah, and he made me worry a little bit. He was holding the ball out loose in one hand like he was going to try to throw it. We didn't need a fumble there, and he didn't, to his credit, but we're punting now from our territory.
Meyer standing inside the 20, good snap, and he's going to let one fly, angling it to the right side. It bounces at the 38, and that's pretty much where it stays, which is remarkable, the way a football is capable of bouncing.
Most of the game has been played between the 40s tonight.
5:08 remaining in the first half. 7-0. I think those who are in the aeronautical industry might suggest that this game has a lot of thrust, but not much rudder.
You know, you're always talking above my head.
I guess just a hoity-toity way of saying there's a lot going on, but not resulting in any points.
I appreciate you explaining that to me.
Hurl is going to hand the ball off to Nauer, and Nauer will get tripped up as he crosses the line of scrimmage, and Orlando is there to make the tackle once again. Anthony Orlando has been all over the place defensively for the Jags. 2nd and 6 after a gain of 4. And they're going to try the sweep along the far side. They got some guys pulled out in front, and they're going to pick up close to 5 yards and be close to a first down.
You know, that's that reference I made to the single wing type thing and the wing T, where a lot of linemen are pulled, and they've got that's where Chrisman has their strength. So I think that's a good move on their part. They just signaled this a first down.
So he got 6. Nauer and Orlando, two guys who have met on a number of occasions. Orlando on the tackle once again for the Jags. And Nauer is going to get the handoff again, trying to get to the corner, but he's going to run out of room. And as he gets to the sidelines, Anthony Orlando hops on his back and gets carried the last yard or two. And it will be a negligible gain, so we'll call it 2nd down and 10.
Anthony split the gap that time when they pulled the offensive line. I think they've gone to the well a little bit too often with that, and he's been able to read that and made a good play.
Especially when you shorten it by going to that side of the field. This
right.
time straight up the middle, but not a lot there. And that time Orlando stayed home as Nauer brought the mail right to him, and it will be a gain of 3 yards, 3rd down and 7.
3rd down and 7. We'll see if the Chrisman's problems with the snap continues. The last 3 3rd down plays, there's been in trouble getting hurled the ball on this, so we'll see if this if they've got that problem solved.
3rd down and 7 from the Jags 48-yard line. They look to the sideline for the play call. Nauer lines up on the right of the quarterback. From the far hash mark, they will pitch the ball out to the 50, and the receiver circling back around, trying to get a lane to run in, and Myers is going to tackle Mason, and it will be a loss back to the original line of scrimmage and bring up 4th and 10, and they'll punt.
Yeah, I think he thought he could outrun Skylar Miles, but Skylar's a very good athlete also and did a great job of cutting him out before he could get any positive yards on that play. So 4th and about 10 or 11, and once again we've got Trey Vavel back, hoping we can get a punt to him.
2:50 left to play. Clock runs. We're down to 2:40 now. And Mason to punt. Vavel back at the 25 at the far hash mark. That's where all the action is. Far side of the field. High kick coming to the near side. Vavel retreats to the 13-yard line. Catches to the 20. 25 spins. Slips a tackle. Flag is thrown. Another flag is thrown, and he's down at the 27-yard line. A 31-yard punt.
I think we've got a block in the back there, I saw.
Elijah McFall is the guy who made the tackle for William Chrisman, and it's going to be, holding against the Jags.
Got him on a hold.
Well, now, let's see, we talked about that. We need to remind you that our second quarter is brought to you by CarStar Blue Springs at 3210 East 40 Highway in Blue Springs. They're the auto body repair experts. Call 220-1100 for CarStar Blue Springs. Relax. We'll take it from here.
Well, Blue Springs South is kind of backed up against their own end zone, starting at the 11-yard line.
I'm just wondering. You take your cars there all the time. Is that because Livy drives and she needs all the... Okay, just check it. Checking with our spotter, Mr. Eisinger. Conrad will hand to Nashawn Rick. He gets a delayed sprint through the hole and takes it out over the 25 to the 28-yard line. Nashawn Rick with a good job recognizing the hole wasn't open when he wanted to go through there, and he delayed long enough, Coach, to turn it into a pretty good gain.
Yeah, we used to call that a sprint draw, hand off the ball and then let take time for the block to develop. The Jags did a good job opening up a hole late, and all of a sudden we're up to about the 30-yard line.
Terry Sua makes the tackle. He's a young one, just a freshman. Conrad's going to throw. Here comes the blitz. He gets the screen off across the middle. That's Vavel to the 40, 45, at midfield, down the sideline, and he steps out of bounds at the Chrisman 48-yard line.
Trey does a great job. That was great execution. I thought that the lineman was going to get to Conrad before he got the ball away. But he got it away, and then Trey did a good job of making a few kids miss. So good drive. We've got 1:54. Let's see if we can get it in.
7.5 minutes to play in the first half at Ray-Pec. Blue Springs with a 21-7 lead over the Ray-Pec Panthers. Handoff on first down, and Rick is going to get hit at the 45 and falls to the 44. And he was knocked down on the play by Christian Felix. We're down to 1:44 left to go in the first half here, and we.
Hello, I'm Dr. Dahlquist at Dahlquist Dental. We've been providing family dentistry in the Blue Springs area for the last 34 years.
We go out of our way to attend your dental needs. That's why here at Dahlquist Dental, we offer IV sedation for those that need just a little bit more relaxation.
We take most dental insurances, and for those who need a payment plan, we offer care credit.
No matter the age, anyone in your family that needs dental assistance, come see us. Locally owned and operated here in Blue Springs. Dahlquist Dental.
Give us a call or visit us at our website, dahlquistdental.com.
We'll see you soon.
Sure, this is the longest drive of the night. Maybe the Jags can put something together, but you would think as difficult a time as they've had to move the ball backed up to their own 10-yard line was going to be a tough row to hoe, but they've done a good job here, and let's see if they can complete it and put it in the end zone.
1:44 left. The Jags have a 7-0 lead over the Chrisman Bears. This turning out to be very entertaining. Trips to the right, single man to the left. Rick the lone setback. He gets the handoff. Big hole, 35-30. Finds a seam. Breaks a tackle at the 25 and is out of bounds at the 20-yard line.
We had a good initial hole on the left side of the offensive line, and once he cleared the linebackers, it was just a matter of a foot race. And the safety had an angle on him, was able to get him out of bounds at about the 19-yard line, but had a chance to score that time. All of a sudden, we're inside the red zone and have a chance to put another touchdown in.
35 yards on the carry. Call Eric Sporing, your ECS Capital Investments advisor. 510-9067. Next time they're in the red zone. Rick with the handoff. Lowers his head as he gets to the 10. And fights his way down to the 9. He picks up 9, maybe 10 yards, depending on the spot. And that could be first and goal, either second and short. And it will be second and a yard as they give him 9.
Rick ran into a safety about twice his size and tried to run over him. It didn't work very well, so I hope he's okay.
Was that Felix? We're going to get a timeout taken by William Chrisman. And we'll keep it here.
Ended up looking.
Welcome to Big Frog. This is our store. These are our t-shirts. This is our printer. It's really fast. These are our professional graphic designers, our free professional graphic designers. At Big Frog, you can have the shirt you want, fun, fast, and price right. We stock all kinds of apparel in tons of colors and styles, and we have a 24-hour turnaround. That means no more waiting forever for your order to arrive in the mail. We love what we do here at Big Frog, so bring your team, club, family, and friends to Big Frog in Independence, where fun is always celebrated.
Look at a busy scoreboard coming up during our halftime activities. We'll give you hang times numbers at the half. Tony Reisinger will have all of that, as Blue Springs South has a 7-0 lead over the Chrisman Bears. First time since 2007 these two teams have played on the football field. Conrad keeps it on the quarterback draw, and he'll get the first down, and it will be first and goal from around the 7, maybe the 8-yard line.
Number 11, Max Kennard on the carry.
Just a plain quarterback draw. They spread everybody out with a wide formation on both sides. He took one step back and then just looked for an open area to pick up that short distance for the first down.
First and goal from the 7.
First and goal. They get him down to the 7. And Rick will get the handoff. He breaks a tackle in the backfield, but the guy who made the initial hit slowed him down long enough, and I think that was Mason who had the initial hit. If it wasn't Mason, it was Marcus Wigfall.
Marcus is a linebacker, and he read that very, very well. There was not enough linemen to pick him up. So great read on his part, but it put the
Game's getting down to a precious few, Coach, before we start talking postseason. And
yep.
As you take a look, after this game, 2 of the next 3 are on the road, including trips to Park Hill next week and Lee Summit North on October 19th. And sandwiched in the middle will be our last home game of the year during the regular season. That's against Park Hill South on October 12th. Clock stop with 45 seconds to go. Jags up 7-0. Quarterback Max Kennard is going to fake to Rick and retreat to pass and shoot the ball short. Going to be caught at the 10. There's a flag thrown on the end of the play. And Nashawn Rick caught the ball after getting the fake.
Penalty flag on the field.
Holding against the Jags. A reminder, you're listening to exciting high school football driven by the McCarthy Auto Group on Real Country, 1030 a.m., KCWJ.
So we'll have second down again.
This time,
quite a ways back.
At least 3 blocks. You remember playing football on the block, and you had the city blocks that were about the length of a football field?
I did do that. You had to watch out for running into cars.
Yeah, but you could go down to the parked car on the left and run it out and then throw it over the top of the car for the catch. That quarterback had to have touch. It was always dangerous, though, when the 63 Chevy tried to play linebacker if it was moving. They're going to put the ball all the way back at the 20-yard line, so it is 2nd and goal from there. Kennard's going to throw, looks into the end zone. There's some contact. Both were going for the ball. Play on, incomplete. And it's 3rd down and goal from the 20.
That's a great no call because I thought both of them interfered with each other. They were hand fighting all the way down there.
Were we talking about this 2 weeks ago where basically the definition of pass interference is when there's contact, but only one guy is initiating? That's the guy you get for pass interference. If both guys are fighting for it, let them play.
Yeah, that's a no call.
I have no problem with that, now that I know what it's supposed to be.
Well, it's been my experience. It depends on which crew you get. So,
as to determine.
Yeah,
I understand. On 3rd down and goal from the 20. Pass over the middle, and it's behind the intended receiver, Nashawn Rick, and he gets into a discussion with Mason.
Almost picked off by a linebacker there. I don't believe Conrad saw the linebacker sneaking back there. Had he had better hands, he might have caught that. What do you call on 4th and 20, Coach? Reach back in the playbook. Coach Hornick had some of those plays, I think. What?
I know why he's an award-winning and very successful independent insurance agent. And when he comes up with quick kick, Max Kennard being chased out of the pocket. He's going to run to the far side. He's to the 10, cuts back at the 5, and down at the 3-yard line. He left the ball behind, and it's going to be recovered by William Chrisman with 14 seconds left to go. And all of that, it's nice to recover a fumble, but you're still 96 yards away with 14 seconds left.
I was going to say it's 4th down. He didn't make it in the end zone anyway, so it doesn't really change much. They get it about a yard further down the field. Up, still behind the 5-yard line. No, it's going to be at about the 6-yard line. Oh, they did gain a lot of yards there, almost 2.
Chrisman takes possession, first down. And
You said they gained 2 extra yards. I said it was a bad spot. Just kidding.
Yep.
Just kidding. All of our officiating
First
friends
Smarty
out there.
Pants has no chance.
Nope. And all of that results in Dawson Hurl taking a knee, and we're going to go to the house and take a break. We're at halftime. It's Blue Springs South 7, William Chrisman nothing. We're back with our halftime show presented by Joe Bowman and the folks at BR Carpet after this timeout on Real Country, 10:30 a.m. KCWJ.
On this edition of Jag TV, we'll be looking at a great thing that South is doing for the community.
Also, homecoming is coming up, and that means Spirit Week is right around the corner. Jag TV starts now.
Broadcasting from the Jaguar studio in the heart of Blue Springs South High School. This is award-winning Jag TV.
Hey Jags, welcome back to Jag TV. I'm Isaac Colson.
And I'm Reese Betts. Last week, Senate worked with the Community Service League for Community Unity Week at South. Students worked together to compete with other classes and collect food for our school's food pantry. Here's Madeline with the story.
The Blue Springs School District has always been big on helping out the community. But there is one week in particular that Blue Springs schools have been banding together to collect donations for over a decade. That week was last week.
Community Unity Week is about where we all come together and we collect food for families that can't afford it necessarily. And it's sent all around our community here in Blue Springs.
All donations go to the Community Services League, which serves as a local food bank for people in need.
Community Services League is responsible for not only distributing food through their office, but also making sure that other food banks in the area have access to that food. So, say Blue Springs South's food pantry, we've always supported our own, but if we needed to, we could get resources from Community Services League. It is really important because Community Services League uses the school district's donation to service the community for about 6 months. Our total district-wide this year was over 57,000 food items, which is up, I think, about 13,000 items from the previous year. A huge success.
It's great to see Jags with hearts of charity. Look out for the next big food drive. I'm Madeline Paget for Jag TV.
It's always great to hear about students coming together for a great cause.
Now we go to Evan Cook to see how well students here at South know their school history for a chance to win 2 free movie tickets to a movie of their choice at Miller Theater's Blue Springs 8.
Jags, it's your boy Evan Cook out here on the football field with this week's edition of Man on the Street. Now, everyone knows this week's homecoming, and I have 5 tickets from the Blue Springs 8 Miller Theaters that you guys will have a chance to win. Let's see what people really know about Blue Springs South. What year did Blue Springs South become a high school?
1990. 1884, my God.
1992.
She got it. What was Blue Springs South High School called before it was called Blue Springs South High School?
Moreland Ridge. What was the question? Blue. School.
When was the last year Blue Springs South won a football championship?
2016.
I'm gonna say around 2000 something.
2015.
2015. Name 3 administrators here at Blue Springs South.
Dr. Bell.
Mr. Bear, Dr. Belt, and
3 seconds.
Pam in the activities office.
Can anyone show me the running man? Yeah! You just won a free movie ticket.
Swear to God!
For 1 free movie ticket, can you tell me the Blue Springs School District's motto?
I don't know. United and undivided. The legacy thing?
No, it was something about
There's
unique.
something different this year.
Right? It was like a unique.
Okay, so apparently none of the students know what the Blue Springs School District's motto is, so we're gonna go ask some teachers. What is Blue Springs School District's motto?
I don't know. What's the matter with you?
Excellence.
Thank you.
I don't know. Do your best. Get a 36 on the ACT.
Striving for excellence.
Oh my gosh. You be you. Education with distinction.
She got it right. And that's all for this week's edition of Man on the Street. I'm Evan Cook. Now back to you in the Jag TV studio.
Wow, look out there, Evan. That's so cool. I hope they enjoy their movies. Don't forget that the annual homecoming parade is right around the corner, and the theme this year is Electric Love, Feel the Thunder. I've heard a lot of good things about this year's float plans, and I can't wait to see who wins and what everybody comes up with.
Last week, Claire Davis, a former student at South, came back to visit Madame Walton's French students. After living in France for the last year, she had quite a few stories to tell. Not only was it helpful for them to speak in French with another person who spoke the language, but it was also a lesson on French culture. It's great that we have these kinds of opportunities here at our school.
Now we go to Robert Dell, who's highlighting one of the many amazing clubs we have here at South.
There's a lot of incredible clubs here at South, whether it's the Anime and Gaming Club or the Just Dance Club. There's something for everyone here. However, there's one club that has been mentioned but not a lot of people are aware of at South, and that's the Breakfast Club, based off of the classic film of the same name. I interviewed some of its members to figure out what it really is and what it really means to people.
In Breakfast Club, we're like a family. We do things together. We do the walk in the darkness, a suicide prevention walk. We spread posters around the school promoting mental health, especially during those stressful finals weeks. And we've got Mr. Davis, and you know, it's Mr. Davis. It's always going to be a strength.
Breakfast Club is a place that kids can come and talk about whatever they need to. Everybody's got a story, everybody's got different problems, and this is a place where you can come and talk and share.
So my very first day, I felt off and I felt insecure, and I told myself, I'm not coming back to this club. And I came back, and I've been coming back ever since, and I made so many friends with everyone in there. Over every week we do a topic, and our topics change for a variety. So far we've done like coping skills, stress relievers, and we're just here for everybody to talk to.
And hope everyone comes out here to check out this truly incredible club where you can make something of yourself. This has been Robert Dell with Jag TV.
Breakfast Club! Sounds like it's a great club. Make sure to stay tuned for sports after the short break. We'll be right back.
Welcome to Big Frog. This is our store. These are our t-shirts. This is our printer. It's really fast. These are our professional graphic designers, our free professional graphic designers. At Big Frog, you can have the shirt you want, fun, fast, and priced right. We stock all kinds of apparel in tons of colors and styles, and we have a 24-hour turnaround. That means no more waiting forever for your order to arrive in the mail. We love what we do here at Big Frog, so bring your team, club, family, and friends to Big Frog in Independence, where fun is always celebrated.
Hey Jags, Matt Mitchell down at Culver's. Have you ever wondered why things taste so amazing when you come to Culver's? It's because it's fresh. We make it just for you. When you say, I want a burger, someone starts making a burger. When you want French fries, someone starts cooking French fries. We also make fresh frozen custard throughout the day. It's always within an hour of fresh when you eat it. Not something that's been packed and sitting around the freezer forever. It's fresh, it's delicious, it's so creamy. So come see us down at Culver's. We can't wait to have you.
There are first days, long days, day after day after day, and days you've worked so hard for. So today, let's focus on turning your retirement dreams into reality. Because to solve the big challenges of tomorrow, take simple steps today. At Country Financial, when you're ready to start, we're ready to help.
Call your financial representative, Stephen Perch, at 816-795-6232.
Hey Jags,
The past couple of days in South Athletics have been jam-packed with important games for every team. First, we start off with the volleyball team. This year's squad has hit the ground running and were an impressive 15-2 heading into their matchup last Thursday against Lee Summit West. As you can see, the girls are flying all over the court, making incredible plays to help out their teammates. The Jags came out on top, winning both sets 25-20. Anna Lepore and Katie Sparks each had 8 kills, and Riley Gregson was dishing it out all night with 21 assists. Their next game is on the 25th at Blue Springs High School. Next, we take a look at the football team. Injuries have plagued the team lately, with stars Austin Terry and Skylar Myers both suffering injuries. This certainly made it harder for when the Jags traveled to Blue Springs last Friday. Leading up to the game, it had been cloudy all day, and all of a sudden the sun decided to show up and set up the stage for Friday Night Lights. The Jags fought hard, but due to injuries and a great running game by Blue Springs, the Jags fell 38-14. This year's softball team is led by seniors Easton Zibe and Abby Shira, who have experienced a lot during their careers here at South. The team has started off 15-3 this year and had a game last Thursday against Blue Springs, which they won in extra innings, courtesy of a walk-off home run from the previously mentioned Shira. Their next game is on Tuesday at Lee Summit West, where they will try and improve their record to 17-3. The boys soccer team has had a packed schedule lately with 3 games in the last 6 days. Last Wednesday, the team faced off against rival Blue Springs and brought home the W, 3-1. Their next game is here at home against Park Hill. Try and come out and support the boys during the heat of their season. That's all for South Sports. Now to Hannah with City State Nation.
Thanks, Grant. Just this past week, Jackson County Police Department added a new car to the roads. It is painted half taxi and half police car. Leanne Lewis from Heartland chapter of the Mothers Against Drunk Driving saw something similar in Florida and wanted to bring the message to Kansas City. The car represents the choice that you have. Either choose the cost of a taxi, which is minimal, or the choice of drinking and driving that could cost thousands of dollars or even worse, your life or someone else's. The half taxi, half police car is the first of what is hoped to be several in the Kansas City area. In state news, much needed upgrades are coming to our local libraries. The Mid-Continent Library, the largest library system in the Kansas City area, will be temporarily closing several of its branches for extensive renovations. 4 of the buildings will be completely rebuilt and 3 will be getting additions onto the current buildings. In national news, LeBron James will be starring with Bugs Bunny in a sequel to a popular 1996 film Space Jam that originally starred Michael Jordan. We don't know much about Space Jam 2 other than it'll be coming out in 2020 and will be produced by Ryan Coogler, who is the director of the recent Marvel hit Black Panther. Also in national news, Ford has recalled 2 million F-150 trucks in North America due to seatbelt defects in the front seats. There have been 23 reported incidents of complications with the seatbelt system with these trucks. Ford is not aware of any incidents or injuries due to the problem. The vehicles involved are the Super Crew Cab trucks from 2015 through 2018 that were manufactured in Michigan and Missouri. This has been City, State, and Nation News. Now back over to Reese.
Thanks, Hannah. Last week, it was announced that senior Matthew Clark got a perfect score on the ACT. On average, less than 0.01% of high schoolers that take the test nationwide earn such a high achievement. And as far as we know, he is the first Blue Springs South student to ever score a 36. Congrats, Matthew. Up next is Tristan with reminders.
Thanks, Reese. First off, we have a huge week coming up, starting with No School for Professional Development Day on Wednesday the 26th. Enjoy your day off. The homecoming parade will be this Thursday, the 27th at 6 p.m. Make sure to come show your spirit. The next day, Friday, the 28th, grade cards will be coming out, so hopefully everyone has their grades up. Friday will also be the homecoming game against William Chrisman at 7 p.m. Make sure to come out and support our football team. On Saturday, the homecoming dance will be held at 7 p.m. in the Commons, and the theme is Electric Love. Well, Jags, make sure to mark your calendars with these important dates. I'm Tristan Harris, Jags TV. We'll be right back after this.
Mom, you're shy.
Oh, you bet I am. The Egg White Grill, so you can bring on the day.
Hello, I'm Dr. Dahlquist of Dahlquist Dental. We've been providing family dentistry in the Blue Springs area for the last 34 years.
We go out of our way to attend your dental needs. That's why here at Dahlquist Dental, we offer IV sedation for those that need just a little bit more relaxation.
We take most dental insurances, and for those who need a payment plan, we offer care credit.
No matter the age, anyone in your family that needs dental assistance, come see us. Locally owned and operated here in Blue Springs. Dahlquist Dental.
Give us a call or visit us at our website, dahlquistdental.com.
We'll see you soon.
Last week, we introduced the school to two of our foreign exchange students, Sama and Kanae. Chase is here to introduce you to two more students.
Every year, South High School hosts many foreign exchange students from around the world. This year, we have a total of 6 who have traveled thousands of miles to be here at South.
The biggest difference with the people, I feel like people here take more effort to be nice and to maybe take a small chat when you're walking in the hallways.
Many of these students have never left their own countries, which makes this a once-in-a-lifetime experience for all of them.
I love the people, I love all the teachers here, and especially Dr. Bell. I enjoy a lot, and especially I have a lot of friends, so I really love staying in this Blue Springs South High.
Be sure to welcome these students to South if you see them in the halls. Next week, we will spotlight 2 more teachers. I'm Chase McGraw for Jag TV.
Sounds like they'll be great additions to our school. Although Monday has already passed, students at South still have 3 more days to sport school spirit. Jack has more information.
Thanks, Reese. Spirit Week is back at South, and the Student Senate has done a great job coming up with some cool ideas to show our Jaguar spirit this week.
First, on Monday, we will have Pajama versus Professional Day.
Now, today is Tuesday, so the theme will be country versus rock and roll.
Now, we don't have school on Wednesday, though, so just do what I do. Sleep in until 11 a.m. and do absolutely nothing productive the whole day. Next, on Thursday, the theme will be rain versus shine.
Bro, this is so bright, I might die.
So wear your blues for rain and your yellows for shine. And on Friday, the theme will be neon.
Alright, look, we didn't have it in the budget, okay? We're not CNN. And if you don't want to wear neon on Friday, the opposite theme will be blackout.
Get it?
I hope you all have a great week before homecoming and show off your school spirit. I'm Jack Main for Jag TV.
Before we go, a big thank you goes out to Big Frog for sending us amazing gifts and wishing us good luck for the upcoming season. They also have been one of our sponsors for the past 3 years. Make sure you go check them out.
Thanks for tuning in, Jags. Make sure to stay updated by following us on Twitter, Snapchat, Facebook, and online at jagtvnews.com. I'm Reese Betts.
And I'm Isaac Colson. Have a great week, and always remember, it's a great day to be a Jaguar.
Follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Snapchat. Sign up today.
And who has someone else who also has a small role in Much Ado About Nothing. Shamelessly put it out there. It is my daughter, Olivia Reisinger. And Olivia, how's your experience been in working in Much Ado About Nothing?
I really enjoyed it. The experience has been great.
everybody. The experience has been great so far. I know that Miss Hooper is no longer with the theater department, but our new director, Timothy Haynes, has done a great job of taking her place. And I think it is going to bring a new light to Blue Springs South and the theater department. Now, as you said, Madeline Paget does star as Hero in Much Ado About Nothing. We also have Isaac Harding, who won Blue Star last year, and Reese Betts, who is very well known at South for her theater. And it's just been such a welcoming community, and I think that people are going to really enjoy this show.
When are the dates of the performances?
October 4th through 6th.
Okay, are there, and I believe one day, isn't there a matinee on one of those days?
Yes, on Saturday, October 6th, there's a matinee at 1 o'clock. Besides that, all of the performances are at 7 p.m. And on Friday, October 5th, we actually have an interpreter for the hearing impaired.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
You know, Bill, high school theater is just amazing right now. I mean, just the talent that's there. You see it everywhere, and we see it with all the high schools that we work with the Sonic Locker Room.
You know, my profession is being a sports writer. My passion, concerts and theater. And for years we've had the Broadway package, go down and watch the theater productions at the Music Hall, Midland Theater across the board, Kaufman Center. I have seen some of the most amazing performances by high school students right here. You leave and you're just shaking your head thinking, my goodness, how on earth are those just high school kids doing what they do? And, you know, I'm so thrilled your daughter Olivia is getting involved with it. I know her passion for the theater, and she couldn't be at a better school.
Oh, definitely. You know, Susan Cooper did such a great job. And
how many times was she on the Sonic Lock? At least, well, 11th year this year, so she was on it 10 times. And,
Yep.
and you know, the enthusiasm. I remember when she was doing the production of Cinderella, and you took your girls and they dressed up like princesses, and you were the very proud father with tons of photos from that event.
And very proud right now with Livy, as her friends call her. I call her O, doing a great job. And O, thanks for joining us tonight. And to everyone with Much Ado About Nothing. What do they say, break a leg?
That's it.
Okay, break a leg. But get a chance October 4th through the 6th, Much Ado About Nothing here at Blue Springs South. And Bill, as always, I want to say thanks to you for all you do for not just us on the Sonic Locker Room and also with Vision Sports, but for so many years that, no one covers Eastern Jackson County in a more positive way than you, and just thanks for all you do for.
I appreciate it, man. I enjoy working with you at KCWJ. 36 years at the Examiner. It's been a great ride, and hopefully we'll get a few more in under our belt.
Oh, we'll do 20.
Let's do it.
We'll do 20. All right, 7-0 is the score here at halftime. When we come back, Rob Evans and Coach Buddy Young will bring the play-by-play. This is a presentation of. Oh, by the way. The homecoming queen is Avery Kirk, and the homecoming king is Sam Arnett. Congratulations to Avery and Sam. Now, this is a presentation of Vision Sports.
Myers Funeral Chapel is proud to be the trusted family-owned and operated funeral home in Blue Springs. They are very active in the community and have been a longtime supporter of the Blue Springs School District. The friendly, caring, and compassionate staff at Myers Funeral Chapel has been helping area families during their times of need since 2006. Myers Funeral Chapel, 1600 West Main Street in historic downtown. seating areas around the K. ORI is also proud to be the trusted portable toilet provider of Jackson County Parks and Recreation. ORI can provide luxury units for the most elegant outdoor affairs. Like the closer, ORI is there to get the job done. Call 816-229-4468 or online at orirestrooms.com.
Vision Sports and Papa John's can save you money and raise money for the BSSD Activities Program and the Blue Springs Education Foundation. From now through the end of the school year, receive 40% off your entire regular menu price online order when you enter the promo code BSSD40. Go to papajohns.com and enter promo code BSSD40. Papa John's will donate 10% of your order's cost to the BSSD Activities Program and the Blue Springs Education Foundation. He does hand it off to Nashawn Rick, who gets to the corner and is in for the touchdown.
Handoff sweep that time. They pulled a guard and out in front of him. Got a good block on the corner, and he waltzed in untouched. Nice job, Jaguars.
And that's how Blue Springs South took their 7-0 lead in this one. And we get set to start the second half. What you got to like about that coin toss, you get to return defer to the second half. And that's what Blue Springs South did. And now they get the ball leading 7-0. And the kick is a liner that's going to be caught at the 15-yard line at the far hash mark by Vavel. He'll break to the outside. He's to the 40 and gets knocked down at that point. Fights forward to the 42-yard line, and that's where Blue Springs South will have the football, first down and 10.
You know, every time he touches the ball, it's exciting, and there's a chance he's going to break it. So nice job, Trey Vavel again, and we'll see if the Jags can march down and increase their lead.
Our third quarter is presented by your Blue Springs independent insurance agent, Kevin Hangtime Hornick of Premier Network. We'll give you Kevin's phone number in just a little bit as Max Kennard hands it off to Rick, who will get to the outside, takes it into Chrisman territory. He's inside the 45 and fights his way down to the 42-yard line. And good, tough, determined first down run for Nashawn Rick.
Perfect play against a blitzing linebacker on that side. They blitzed the linebacker. Linebacker ran right by the ball carrier, and then all of a sudden he's in the secondary getting big yards. So nice play selection by the Jags on first play. First down inside Chrisman territory.
They will run out of the gun, and Rick will get the handoff and get inside the 40, driven back as he reaches the 39-yard line. And the big man, Christian Felix, there to drive him back and kind of pick him up and throw him away, Coach.
You know, it's not bad on first down play to get a 3-yard gain. It's second and about 7. Anything positive on first down makes it easier play call the second and third down.
You need to call Kevin Hornick just to finish up our sponsor plug. Be sure to give him a call at 600-0888. It is second down from the 38, and Rick will get the handoff inside the 35, fights his way down to the 30. He's still going and is tackled as he gets to the 29-yard line, and that'll be good for a first down.
Nice dive play, and the line does a good job keeping their feet moving, and I thought he was down about the first down marker, but kept going for about another 5 yards. So nice job, offensive line.
105 yards at the intermission for Nashawn Rick. So he is having a good offensive day. Goebel is going to line up on the wing to the right. They've got one receiver split wide to the right. That's Twy. Rick going to get the handoff and go straight ahead. He rumbles down to the 20-yard line and is going to be just shy of another first down for Blue Springs South.
Well, Rob, don't you think they found something at halftime with the offensive line and the way the Chrisman's lining up on defense, because they've attacked that hole several times now and got really good yards on it every time they've run to that spot.
Third down of the yard. And they will allow Rick to tie his shoelaces, make sure his tire is on good, and he'll get the handoff, break to the outside, cut back at the 10, is inside the 5, down to about the 3.
Really, and just barely got a hand on his foot, and shoestring tackle there at the 3-yard line, almost scored a touchdown. So once again, that same hole. So we found something with the alignment of the Chrisman defense, and we're taking extreme advantage of it right now.
17-yard gain. Kelvin Mason makes the tackle. And Rick standing to the right of Max Kennard, who will hand the ball off. Off tackle, he is in for the touchdown.
That's what you want to see on a drive like that. And I think we ran basically the same play all the way down the field. Nice job. Don't change something if it's getting your yards. So good job, offensive line. Good job, Jaguars. Taking a big lead here.
Rick has scored 2 touchdowns, a 4-yard run, and now a 3-yard run. And Shane Harper in to attempt the extra point. Here's the snap back. The ball is down. The kick is up. And it's good. 9:23 to go in the third quarter. It's now Blue Springs South 14, William Chrisman nothing. Back after this timeout from Vision Sports on Real Country, 10:30 a.m. KCWJ.
Wow.
Prime Lending proudly cheers for the
131
Cats
yards.
and Jags and is a proud supporter of the communities it serves. Prime Lending prides itself on being ranked #1 for mortgage loans in the Kansas City area with 11 locations throughout the metro. If you're looking to purchase a home, fix up your current home, or maybe you need to refinance, come in and speak with the friendly professionals at Prime Lending. Call 816-600-4561 or visit them online at yprimelendingkc.com to find the Prime Lending branch near you. All loans subject to credit approval. Rates and fees subject to change. Prime Lending, a Plains Capital Company, is an equal housing lender. Luke Fellers is going to pooch kick over the top, and it'll be caught by one of the up men, and a good return for Chrisman. They'll get it out close to midfield. Going to be down at the 48-yard line, and that is your starting running back, the O.C. Nauer, who is a sophomore, and he caught it and took it ahead like he meant business. Cole Wagner is in on the tackle.
That's the second time we've tried the pooch kick tonight, and both times Chrisman players have really done a nice job with it. They've ended up with great field position there at their own 49-yard line.
But the Jags have a 14-0 lead. And the handoff, Nauer is going to get hit, shedded, tackled, and he is into Blue Springs South territory. Myers makes the tackle and forces a fumble that the Jags recover at the 35-yard line.
Big play, and you know what? Skyler has come up big 3 different times tonight, and that fumble's going to hurt Chrisman here. We've got decent field position. Let's march right back down and get another one.
Steven Swingle recovers the fumble for Blue Springs South. It's homecoming this weekend here at South, and want to congratulate the homecoming queen, Avery Kirk, and homecoming king, Sam Arnett. On first down, Nashawn Rick. He's carried the bulk of the mail, gained most of the yards on the first drive of the second half, and they go back to him, and he gets wrapped up and thrown for a loss by a rather agitated Christian Felix.
I think Christian's a little upset that they fumbled the ball, so he's taking it out on the Jags. So there was a gain of 1 yard on the play, so let's see if we can pick up from here.
You know, I kind of like that in a player.
Yeah.
Mr. Felix. Kennard is going to put the ball in the air, and he'll find a receiver at the 42-yard line. And immediately after Isaiah Twy makes the catch, he gets knocked down at the 41.
Yeah, a little stop route. There was a really good cushion by the defensive back, so it's going to give him 3rd and about 4 here. to pick up. So nice execution on that pass play, and certainly a doable third down play for the Jags.
Kelvin Mason in on the tackle. He's been a busy young man tonight defensively. 8 minutes to go, third quarter. It's 14-0 Blue Springs South. You're looking at third down and a long 4 yards to go. Goebel moves to the right side of the formation. They hand the ball off to Rick, and he's going to get hit as he approaches the 45-yard line. He needs to get just beyond the 45, and he gets driven back by Hunter Clark.
The sideline official came up. He's going to put the ball right on the line, and it looks like they may be short by a couple of inches.
Gains near the 45-yard line. We're going to see our first measurement, I believe, of this game. And
Kevin
as I
Hornick's
say that,
really good at this. What is it, Kevin? Is it short or?
he's paying you no mind.
Yeah. Are you talking about me or the third down play?
I think the answer to both is yes. CarStar Blue Springs is the preferred auto body repair facility of Vision Sports and proud to support the Cats and Jags. They're located on eastbound 40 Highway just west of Woods Chapel Road. Call CarStar Blue Springs at 220-1100. It was third down and 4, and it is going to be fourth down and I would say less than a yard. I would say less than a foot.
Jags lining up to go for it. What about a hard count here? Try to get him to jump.
Hard count, but then I'd snap the ball and run the play at the end. They stretch it out, and he's less than 6 inches shy of the first down. And Nashawn Rick standing to the right and a step behind Max Kennard. And there's motion on the defensive side of the ball. And right away you see the Bears walking back. So it'll cost them 5, put the ball right at midfield in the center of the field. Ball setting right on the 50-yard line. And no offense, but the play that you had called on fourth down and 6 inches probably worked for a good first down play as well. Here's the snap. Now they're going to run it to the side, and the quarterback keeps it. Quarterback's at the 40, and Max Kennard down to the 36-yard line, and that'll be good for another first down for Blue Springs South.
Starting to see a little bit of frustration come out here in a couple of the players. Let's try to keep this from happening. Nice run. Oh, there was hold on the Jags, it looks like. I didn't see a flag.
I didn't either. Hunter Clark made the tackle. Still looking for the flag, and it was thrown right at the end of the play. And there's 5. There's 10. And instead of having it down close to the 35 at the 36-yard line, they'll be back to the 48.
10-yard penalty for the spot of the foul.
And they are saying he was short of the first down, so it now becomes second down and 8.
Nice play call. It was a planned quarterback sweep using the setback as the lead blocker, so like a speed option with no pitch man.
Or I ran that play when I was a quarterback, and it was a speed option with no speed. Clock runs with 7:10 remaining. Play clock is at 10, and the Jags come to the line here in the third, leading by 2 touchdowns. On second down and 8, and they're going to throw. Kennard fires, and the pass incomplete at the 40-yard line. They were looking for Isaiah Twy on the look-in, and he got nailed pretty good by Kelvin Mason.
Kelvin did a nice job of his timing there. Had he been just a little bit earlier, it would have been pass interference, but he nailed the receiver just as the ball got there. So good pass route, nice ball, just great defensive play there by Chrisman.
Rick is going to take the handoff and run straight ahead. He'll get hit at the 45, and then the wave goes forward down to the 43 and slides a little bit to the left as Nahshon Rick gets buried underneath the pile of humanity, and Christian Felix in on the tackle. All 6 foot, 260 pounds.
Yeah, just that same dive play they've been running, but, it gave them just enough yards. It's going to be third and a long 3 or a very short 4, however you want to look at it, but a doable third down situation here for the Jags.
Twy goes split wide to the right.
Third down and 3.
Dykes comes to the near side, and the handoff is to Walter Goebel. He'll slip a tackle, break to the outside, breaks a tackle. He's at the 30, inside the 25, down to the 22.
Should have been tackled about 3 different times. I think he was going to pick up the first down, though. Started to the left and shifted directions, and the linebackers had overrun the play by that time. So he was able to pick up the first down and then broke a couple of tackles in the secondary, and all of a sudden we're down inside the 25.
And away from the play, back upfield at about the 38-yard line, and injured William Chrisman Bear, and they are gathered around him. And let's talk about a little bit of respect, as a lot of green jerseys are around, making sure, just checking in, while the athletic trainers and Coach Matt Perry come across and take a look at the injured Bear. So the ball is going to be marked for play at the 22-yard line, just shy of the red zone. It'll be good for a first down for Blue Springs South. You see Walker Goebel, He has been doing an awful lot of blocking. Finally gets an opportunity to run with the football. And a round of applause for Christian Felix as he gets helped across the field, and he is not able to put any weight on his right leg.
That's too bad. He's played very, very well tonight. Very good defender.
Helped by athletic trainer and one of the coaches, and then finally one of his teammates comes out to help him the rest of the way across the field. 6:04 remaining here in the third. 14-0. Blue Springs South. Our third quarter presented by your Blue Springs Independent Insurance agent, Kevin Hornick. Call Kevin at 600-0888.
First and 10 from the 22.
First down and 10 for Blue Springs South. Looking for a third touchdown, and Goebel's going to break to the outside at the 15. Down the sideline inside the 10. And he's going to be knocked out of bounds close to the 7-yard line, and that's another trip inside the red zone. Brought to you by your ECS Capital Investments Advisor, Eric Sporing.
It's a planned sweep, and we got just enough of a block on their defensive end. Looked like he was very close to grabbing him by the jersey, but he was able to get by and make a big play, and it's the first down and goal inside the 10.
Put him down closer to the 6-yard line. Twy goes split wide to the right. Steven Schwingle is in the Goebel position of the blocking back, and Walker Goebel will take the ball inside the 5 down to the 2.
Offensive line doing a great job for the Jags. Once again, we're in that A gap on both sides. We've been able to secure good blocks on the alignment of the Chrisman Bears. They're big defensive line, but something about the alignment, and they haven't seemed to change because we've had good success with it the whole half here.
Second down and goal from the 2. Blue Springs South leading by 2 touchdowns. And Goebel down to the goal line. Touchdown! 20-0, Blue Springs South.
We keep picking on the A gap and keep having success there. Nice job.
5:17 left to play here in the third quarter. And, Coach, we talked about it earlier where you were talking about running the same play as long as it works, and that play has continued to work.
Exactly. That's exactly my point. Something about the alignment until Chrisman changed it. I'd stay right there.
Harper in to attempt the extra point. The line drive kick is good. And with 5:17 to play in the third, it's Blue Springs South 21, William Chrisman nothing. Back with the Jags kickoff after this from Vision Sports on KCWJ.
Carries 42 yards, 10.5.
PCG Wealth Advisor Christopher Wade is ready to help you take the mystery out of preparing for today and tomorrow. For retirement, college savings, or estate strategy, call 816-358-2463. That's 358-2463. Or online at wadeteam.com. Securities offered through LPL Financial, member FINRA, SIPC. Investment advice offered through PCG Wealth Advisors, a registered investment advisor. PCG Wealth Advisors and PCG Wealth Management are separate entities from LPL Financial.
"12 plays, 65 yards, and a 2-yard Walker Goebel touchdown run. Jags have had touchdown runs of 4 yards, 3 yards, and now 2 yards in the game. And Luke Fellers with a high kick, and it's going to be taken at the 25-yard line by one of the up men. And he'll do a lot of lateral running, and that will allow the defense to get there and knock him down back at the 27-yard line. So that's where Chrisman will have it, first down and 10. At St. Mary's Medical Center, your health is our calling. We vow to treat you with respect, be a shoulder to lean on, and do whatever it takes. Visit stmaryskc.com. Dawson Hurl under at the quarterback spot, of play action fake, and he hits a receiver in stride, and this is going to be a William Chrisman touchdown. Making the touchdown catch is Brian Cox on a quick hitter over the middle.
Slant route, and Hurl put the ball right on the money, and nice speed, good size from the wide receiver. He was off and running.
A 70-yard touchdown, I think it's 73-yard touchdown run. That line of scrimmage, the 27, and now it happens so quickly. 17 seconds to be exact. And the Bears, with Hurl doing the holding. And the extra point kick is up and good by Jaden Thomas. With 5 minutes to play here in the third, it's now Blue Springs South 21, Chrisman 7. Back with the Bears kickoff after this from Vision Sports on Real Country, 10:30 a.m. KCWJ. Catch your school stars, scores, and stats daily in the Examiner and online.
Hey Jags, Matt Mitchell down at Culver's. Have you ever wondered why things taste so amazing when you come to Culver's? It's because it's fresh. We make it just for you. When you say, I want a burger, someone starts making a burger. When you want French fries, someone starts cooking French fries. We also make fresh frozen custard throughout the day. It's always within an hour of fresh when you eat it. Not something that's been packed and sitting around the freezer forever. It's fresh, it's delicious, it's so creamy. So come see us down at Culver's. We can't wait to have you.
19600 East 40 Highway in Independence. Faith-based and proud to cheer for the Cats and Jags. And on the Preps KC scoreboard, they've got 4:32 to go in the third. It's Lee Summit North 21, Lee Summit West 14. 5 minutes to go in the third. Park Hill with a 16-7 lead at Fort Osage. Down to a minute 46 to go in the third. Raytown 29, Grain Valley 22. As Thomas is going to hit a ground ball that'll take a high hop to the 24-yard line to Trey Vavel. And Vavel looking for a hole, and he's going to get caught behind the main scrum at the 32-yard line. There at the half, Blue Springs with a 28-7 lead over Ray-Pec. And with 5:04 to go in the third, it is Rockhurst 14, Bishop Miege 7. What are they referring to that game as? The Super Bowl game of the century or whatever?
I've heard about it all week. It used to not be a very big deal, but then Bishop Miege got better when they got an ex-chief as the head coach, and they've done real well.
They'll toss the ball to Nashon Rick on first down from the 32-yard line. He'll get out over the 35 to the 37, pick up 5.
That's like the little sprint draw that we ran before and had good luck with. He did a nice job picking his way on that.
So a gain of 5. It's 2nd and 5. Clock runs with 4.5 minutes to play here in the third quarter. Our third quarter brought to you by Kevin Hornick of the Premier Network, your Blue Springs independent insurance agent. Kennard is going to hand the ball off to Nashon Rick, and he's going to get to the 41 before being tossed. He'll pick up a couple of more and bring up third down on the yard.
We're still attacking that B gap on the Jaguar side, and nice job, nice hold, third and a long one maybe.
Devin Braswell makes the tackle for William Chrisman. They're going to send Twy split wide right. Dykus to the near side. Goebels back in on the wing as the blocking back. And Rick is going to get the handoff. He is going to get hit behind the line, and then he's going to get driven back. And they had a trio of guys there. And
I don't think he got the first down. I think he's short. It's going to be 4th and 1.
And good news is that Christian Felix is back out there.
Good.
And trying to notice, he's still flexing that right leg a little bit. Has a bit of a hitch in his get along, but he's doing fine, as evidenced by that play he just made. It's 4th down and a long yard, so Skylar Myers is going to be in to punt it away, and Bears have their return man standing back at the 30-yard line. Play clock is at 5. Game clock at 2:47. High snap. He hangs on to it and hits it a mile high in the air. And this one is going to bounce away from Trayvon Cisco and will eventually roll to a dead stop at the 31-yard line.
Good pressure on the punter that time. In fact, a couple of fans kind of yelled. I think they thought it was going to get blocked, but he did a nice job getting it away.
29 yards on the punt. You know that one of the things that we talked about was, that Skylar's going to be punting, and said sometimes he hangs on to it a little longer than I would like.
Yeah, it was a little scary.
But it got a lot of hang time.
Kind of like our stat guy.
He gets a lot of hang time. Hurl will hand the ball off. Sprinting to the left side is Nauer. He's going to spin away from one tackle and rumble out to the 49-yard line. And that's going to be good for a first down and 19 yards. Tackle made on the play by the Jags, Jacob McCubbin.
Yeah, Jacob did a nice job in the open field. They got a block on our defensive end, and they made the corner, and we're lucky to keep them from scoring on that play. They had a quick score the last time. I wouldn't be surprised if we see that slant route come back at some point here.
Jaden Thomas comes split to the near side. They've got 2 receivers this side, and one to the far side as the Bears go left to right here in the third with 2:05 remaining. It's 21-7. Blue Springs South with the advantage. A flag is thrown as Nauer gets hit. I believe that was Fellers who had a hand on him first. And Anthony Orlando is also there, and Orlando is slow getting up. Let's see where the penalty flag is. He gets up and starts to walk it off.
Illegal motion before the ball was snapped. A little counter play that time. Every time they've pulled 2 linemen, we've been able to split the gap yeah, it's declined because there was loss of yards. Every time they pulled two linemen at the same time, we've been able to split the gap and do a good job defending that.
Loss of 2, and Bears are going to bring Jaden Thomas, the kicker, to the near side. They'll send a man in motion. That's Cisco. He'll get it on the wingman around, and he's going to get good yardage down the far side. He'll get first down yardage into Blue Springs South territory and is going to be close to the 37-yard line.
That's the same sweep play that they led off the series, this series with, and they've got good yardage on that both times they run it.
Skylar Myers and on the tackle for Blue Springs South. First and 10 from the 37-yard line. High snap. They get it down. Nauer gets the handoff and gets upended at the 35 down to the 33.
That's the counter play that they just ran the play before, and it gets good yards this time. So second down and about 6.
Jaden Williams in on the tackle. Down to 1:05 remaining in the third. And the handoff. Nauer gets hit behind the line. Myers comes in from the outside to clean it up and knock him down. And that will end up losing a yard. And it'll be 3rd down and 7.
Skylar's played really well tonight at that defensive end spot, and he's done a nice job of overcoming the block and getting in on the tackle. So big down for the Jaguar defense now.
40 seconds to go in the third quarter.
Slant route.
It was 7-0 at the half. Let's see. Play action fake. There it is. And the ball is incomplete. In and out of the hands of the intended receiver, Kelvin Mason.
There's the little slant route that they scored the touchdown on, and we got good enough defense on it that time. We were able to knock it out of the receiver's hands. So good job by the safety that time.
You act like you've called a play or two offensively.
Well, I kept looking, thinking that they were going to come back to that play at some point.
They did, and Dawson Hurl with a good throw, but was well defended, and they're going to go for it on 4th down and 7 from the 34-yard line, and they'll get the ball and run it along the far side at the numbers and come up short. Hurl keeps it himself, or excuse me. Trey Vobble makes the tackle. Brian Cox ended up with the ball and comes up about a yard short.
Yeah, that's that sweep play. They blocked it a little bit different, and they tossed it to the motion back, but saved it by about a half a yard. So good job defense. They march down and get that touchdown. It kind of changes. It makes it a one-score game. So the Jaguars kind of retained a healthy lead here.
Play clock is running. The game clock is not. 20 seconds to go. Third quarter. And Rick will get the handoff, sprint to the near side, and shooting through and making the open field tackle is Christian Felix. And he's going to get tackled back at the 20-yard line. And that's going to result in a loss of close to 9 yards. And now they're going to bring it way back upfield. Put him down to the 25, so he'll end up losing 4. But there's a penalty against Blue Springs South that is declined.
You know, we said at the outset that Chrisman had some really good athletes, but they didn't have a lot of depth. Christian Felix flows to the ball as a linebacker just about as well as anybody we've seen.
Yeah,
he's a very good player.
Well, he played a little offense in the opening game of the year and looked pretty good there, and played defense as well, and now he's settled in defensively later on in the season. Well, that's the end of quarter number 3, our third quarter, brought to you by your Blue Springs Independent Insurance Agency.
Hello, I'm Dr. Dahlquist of Dahlquist Dental. We've been providing family dentistry in the Blue Springs area for the last 34 years.
We go out of our way to attend your dental needs. That's why here at Dahlquist Dental, we offer IV sedation for those that need just a little bit more relaxation.
We take most dental insurances, and for those who need a payment plan, we offer care credit.
No matter the age, anyone in your family that needs dental assistance, come see us. Locally owned and operated here in Blue Springs. Dahlquist Dental.
Give us a call or visit us at our website, dahlquistdental.com.
We'll see you soon.
Facility. Call 816-795-6811. Visit them online at christianbrothersautomotive.com.
Why cut corners on car insurance when you can get competitive rates from a State Farm agent? In Blue Springs, call Steve Shipman, Rich Montgomery, Bob Watson, or Chad Smith, and find out why more people choose State Farm for car insurance.
Our fourth quarter is underway, and Blue Springs South will try a third down pass play, and the pass through the hands of Tony Roach incomplete. And I think now it is third down and 14. Our fourth quarter brought to you by Myers Funeral Chapel, locally owned and family operated. Friendly staff at Myers Funeral Chapel remind you that texting and driving is dangerous for everyone on the road. Please do not text and drive.
Tony wishes he had that one back. He started running with it before he had it completely tucked away, and it just dropped.
Rick is standing a step behind and to the left of the quarterback, who's going to throw. He looks. He has time. Now he steps up, gets away. He's going to run. He's to the outside of the 40. Has a first down as he gets to the 41-yard line, maybe the 42, depending. And as I say that, they are now saying that he stepped out short of the first down. And one of the other linemen comes up and says, "Are you sure about that, big guy?"
We'll see where they mark it. Boy, it sure looked like he made it.
Oh, yeah. The way they've got it spotted now, there is some doubt.
Official timeout for a measurement.
And it looked for all the world like he crossed the 40 and then stepped out of bounds at the 41, which is a good 2 yards further downfield than the ball is being spotted now.
They're going to measure it right over there on that sideline. They have to put the chains out about a foot.
And we're talking an inch, if that.
But it is short.
So, shy of the 40 instead of beyond the 40.
Looks like they're leaving the offense on the field.
Why not, Coach? At this point, if you can't get an inch, you give it to your defense, you're near. I know when you say midfield, you're talking between the 48s, the 50-yard line in the middle, and
yeah. You know what?
Look at the translation. It's all the way back to the 39.
I agree with you, but when we're taking the snap 4 yards back, that makes me very, very nervous.
Fourth and inches.
Well, you can cure that.
Yes.
By getting under the center.
And I would.
I would too. But we're old.
Yes, we are.
And the high snap. The line doesn't move, and Kennard's going to fall forward and get the ball out to where it, according to what I saw, should have been spotted earlier at the 41, but he gets the 5 yards necessary for the first down.
Tell you what, though, he broke a couple of tackles to get there. I thought he was going to not make it.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Nice job.
Meanwhile, the clock runs merrily along as Blue Springs South has a 2-touchdown lead at 21-7. They've got single receivers, one to each side, a man on the wing. Rick will get the handoff, and they've got that bottled up. He breaks outside to the 45 and is driven out of bounds at that point. There to knock him out is David Toast, the 240-pound senior. And also in was Devin Braswell.
Well, just like you said, we started inside and bounced out and utilized his speed to get outside and pick up nice yardage. So, second down and about 5.
And the handoff is given to Nashawn Rick, and they know what's going on, and he gets stopped for no gain, and there's about 8 guys, 8 out of the 10, surrounding the ball for William Chrisman. Christian Felix leads the way.
Looks kind of like a scrum there. That no gain, no loss. Third and about 5.
Third down and 5, and as long as you can run the football, Coach, the clock is on your side. Twy is going to walk to the near side. Also walking this way is Ryan Dykus. Dykus in the slot. Twy split to the near side. Ball in the middle of the field, and Kennard's going to throw. They're going to try to sneak up behind him, and he'll throw the ball over the middle and throw it. Twy was lined up, split out, and then turned towards the middle. Actually threw the ball at the numbers, and it was behind the receiver.
Well, we had two receivers in the exact same spot, and that attracted some defense, and something tells me that somebody ran the wrong route.
Brings up fourth down for the Jags.
Fourth down, and Skylar Myers in to punt it away for Blue Springs South. Back deep to return is Trayvon Cisco. And a low knee-high snap and a rugby-style punt. This one a mile high in the air. And it will bounce right at the 15, inside the 10, inside the 5 to the 3 where it's down.
That's the best punt that Blue Springs South has had all year, I believe. That was an excellent punt. Put Chrisman in a really bad spot. 9 minutes left in the game.
Jeremiah Vasquez Gray downs that ball at the 4-yard line. That's where they officially put it after a 46-yard punt. Now they move it back closer to the 3. 9:37 left to play. 21-7. Blue Springs South with the advantage. And Hurl is going to work out of the end zone. He'll toss it on the sweep, getting it to his running back, who tries to turn the corner and gets outside the 5, close to the 10-yard line. And a flag is thrown. And we'll see who comes out of there after the carry. I believe that was Cisco.
I'll tell you what, Chrisman gets good yards after contact. They are a tough running team. It looks like it's going to be brought by a chop block.
Maybe at the beginning of the play, and that's where the flag was thrown, but I guess I'm wondering, I'm not doubting the penalty. I'm just wondering how much it affected the play because the play was running the other way.
Well, I see 51 coming off the field, and he's limping badly. Looks like maybe he was the victim of the chop block. That's such a dangerous play.
It is. That's Ben Bryan.
It's good that he's still on his feet. Maybe he just got hit in the shin, I hope.
But, I mean, you know what I'm saying? That
yeah.
Chrisman didn't need to do that in order to make that play a successful one. And now it's back to the 1-yard line. And perhaps the one thing wrong with running out of the shotgun all the time, when you get in this situation, you're setting it up 4 yards deep. And the handoff back to the line of scrimmage at the 1. In fact, the ball carrier was Nauer, and his legs were in the end zone, but the ball was out at the 1.
He was lucky to get out of the end zone there.
Steven Swingle and on the tackle for Blue Springs South. Second down and 13 from the 1-yard line. Going right to left, and they're going to hand it off again, and again going straight ahead. Nauer doesn't have a whole lot. He may get to the 3 if he's lucky.
Gain of a yard.
They'll put him down back at the 2, and it's 3rd down, 11. Clock runs with 8.5 minutes to go. And every one of these running plays helps Blue Springs South. 3rd down, do you throw it, Coach?
I think I'd run that sweep, but they've had really good luck with that. We'll see what they do.
Hurl. Long count. He's going to go back to pass. Now coming to the near side, and he just gets rid of it. And Coach Young was closer to it than anybody else.
Yeah. Luckily, I had no chance of catching the ball.
Actually, it was thrown onto the track. And are they saying safety because of intentional grounding? He got outside the...
That is a safety, yeah.
So safety recorded on that play. And that makes it 23-7. So that comes with 8:05 to go here in the 4th quarter. So that comes on intentional grounding in the end zone. 8:05 left. So we take a look at the Christian Brothers Automotive scoreboard. 3:50 to go in the game. And Lee Summit North, it's Lee Summit North 28, Lee Summit West 14.
That's a wow.
Yeah, it is. Lee Summit with an 8-0 lead in the top of the 4th at St. Joe Central. That's actually with 9:58 to go in the 3rd. And they're starting the 4th down at Ray-Pec, Blue Springs, with a 28-7 lead. They were down, 7-0 in that one at one point.
Who's pitching in that St. Joe Central game?
I don't know, but I think St. Joe Central would be into the bullpen by now, and Lee Summit starters working on a shutout. So the Bears elect to kick it away with the place kick, and Jaden Thomas will hit a screamer up the middle that's fielded at the 46-yard line. Was that Fellers or was that Swingle? It was neither one. It was Justin Kennedy, who is a linebacker by trade. And Mason Walters, the sophomore, makes the tackle for William Chrisman. So a change of possession with 7:59 to go, and that's a good thing about safeties. You get points and the ball.
Yep. So Blue Springs South has a chance here to just run the ball and basically put a
1st down and 10 from the 41-yard line.
A nail in the coffin of Chrisman tonight.
The handoff, not much there. Slow developing play.
Once again, a blitzing linebacker hit the hole correctly and
stopped Rick for no gain. Actually, a loss of 2.
A couple, yeah.
Number 29, Deshaun Rick, the ball carrier.
Meanwhile, the clock runs. Inside 7.5 minutes. Goebel is the blocking back up in the formation. And Nashawn Rick straight ahead. Big hole. Veers to the near side. He's hit and dropped at the 30-yard line.
There's back to the A gap like we did at the whole first series of the second half. Great yardage, 1st down. That's about as good as you can do right now.
Would you be incorrect to describe that formation? I mean, technically the blocking back is on the wing, but by and large, it's the old offset I.
It is the old offset I, and once again, Chrisman may be getting a little bit tired on the defensive line.
Kennard has two receivers to the left. He'll hand the ball to Ricks. Big hole. He is inside the 20-yard line and down at the 18.
Both linebackers for Chrisman are coming to the corner so quickly. They ran themselves out of the play that time, and maybe the play before also. But Blue Springs South taking advantage of that alignment and that assignment. So what we hope to be run out the clock, Blue Springs looks like they've got another chance to score here.
6.5 minutes to play. Kelvin Mason and on the tackle for William Chrisman. Man in motion. That's Goebel. And Rick will get the handoff, and not a lot there as he gets driven back by three defenders. He gets down to the 17-yard line.
Number 29, Deshaun Rick, the ball carrier.
Play clock hasn't been started yet, and the game clock is under 6 minutes.
Well, this is going to be a much happier homecoming tonight. Jaguars winning
23-7, and they're knocking on the door inside the red zone from the 17-yard line. Rick, the lone setback, and they're going to give it to him. He'll get by the blitzing linebacker. He gets to the corner at the 10 and is down at that point at the numbers on the far side. He'll be about a yard, maybe a yard and a half short of the first down.
Yeah, that's another situation. The linebacker blitzed in. We hand the ball off, and it's right into the hole where the linebacker used to be. Nobody's there to make the tackle, so it's a good gain. 3rd and about 1 here. We're in 4-down territory.
Mr. Felix and on the tackle for William Chrisman.
When the backside linebacker has to run the play down from behind, there's good yardage to be gained.
And Rick, big hole, straight ahead, touchdown! (29-7), Blue Springs South with 4:55 left to play. So they get the safety at the 8:05 mark. And now Harper in to attempt the extra point. Rick with his 3rd touchdown of the game. Snap back, it's high. The ball is down, the kick is up, and it's good. 4:55 to play. It's now Blue Springs South 30. William Chrisman 7. Back with the Jags kickoff after this timeout from Vision Sports on Real Country, 10:30 a.m. KCWJ.
Hi, this is Tony Reisinger of Sideliner Sports. Proud to announce that we are the trusted radio partner of Northwest Missouri State football and basketball in Kansas City. Bearcat fans can catch every football, men's basketball, and Lady Bearcats conference basketball broadcast on Real Country, 10:30 a.m. KCWJ. There are around 15,000 Northwest alumni in our area who passionately follow the Bearcats. If your business is looking to promote your services to a very passionate audience, call me, Tony Reisinger, at 816-810-6557. Once a Bearcat, always a Bearcat.
Once upon a time, this was a 7-0 game at the 7:38 mark of the first quarter. And now with a kickoff going into the end zone by Luke Fellers at the 4:55 mark of the game. It is Blue Springs South 30, William Chrisman 7. So the ball out to the 20-yard line after Rick scores from 10 yards out, his 3rd touchdown of the day. Runs of 4, 3, and now 10. Play clock at 20 seconds. 4:55 to go. Dawson Hurl will hand the ball off, coming to the near side. Nauer's going to get outside, 30, 35, 40. Straight arms a tackler and carries him down to around the 44-yard line.
Once again, there's that sweep play we talked about. Got a good block on our defensive end, and linebacker couldn't quite get to it, so they had a tremendous gain on the play.
Caleb Jeffries, the senior, makes the tackle from the secondary. And Hurl retreats to pass. He's being chased. He gets caught back at the 30 and slings it away. Incomplete.
Is that going to be a, yeah, there we go. There's a intentional grounding.
And it is intentional grounding. It just took a while for the realization to set in, but Blue Springs South had pressure all over him. And
you know, he's trying to make a play, and I understand that, but that lost it down and more yards, so very costly penalty. For
first down was at the 44, Coach. And they're going to move the ball now from the spot all the way back inside the 25 to the 24. So they have to get 29 yards for a first down. 4:39 remaining the game. It's second down. And Hurl is going to hand it off to Cisco, and he gets nailed at the 25-yard line. He was hit hard. And there to make the tackle for Blue Springs South was Chase Terry.
Yeah, Chase did a great job. The key was that they didn't get the block on the defensive end on that sweep like they did the play before, so he was able to force that play back to the linebackers, and great pursuit that time.
It's third down.
Third down and long. From the 27-yard line, Hurl's going to throw, rolls out. Is he going to run? He's going to run and cut it back as he gets to the 35-yard line, falls down to the 36.
Great job of keeping good cushion by the secondary. They need a lot of yards and no big hurry to get over there. Stop the quarterback before he even got close to where the original line was. Nice job on defense that time, containing. And I know they got some yards, but at this point, we'd rather keep him in bounds than that clock running.
Rockhurst wins it 14-13 at Bishop Miege. And there were those who would suggest early on when the game was scheduled, these two games against the Kansas teams would be the Hawklets' undoing, but Tony Severino's team rolling along with just the one loss on opening night at Columbia Rockbridge. And Lee Summit North wins going away 35-14 against visiting Lee Summit West.
Back deep to the Jags, number 1, Caleb Jeffries.
Jeffers is going to return this punt. High kick. Now he's going to call fair catch. Fumbles it. It's loose at the 35-yard line. And looks like the Jags recover. 3:20 remaining in the game.
Looked like a Chrisman bear ran into him when he tried to catch it. That could have been pass interference. It looks like they gave it to Chrisman.
Yeah, they did.
Fair catch interference looked awful good to me there.
Is this where I'm supposed to pull you back off the ledge there, Coach? They're in the fourth quarter down at Ray-Pec. Blue Springs with a 35-7 lead over the Ray-Pec Panthers.
I thought I did pretty good to make it to the fourth quarter before I complained about a call.
You did. I beat you there by at least a half. And Dawson Hurl is going to keep it, going to run. Now he's going to throw. He's got a man out there, and the pass is incomplete. You had two guys fighting for the football. Luke Fellers was there defensively, and I believe it was Cisco who was trying to adjust and come back to the ball and got his hands on it, but it falls incomplete.
Yeah, Luke overran it, and when he did, Cisco went with him, and so they both kind of overran it and didn't do a good job of playing the ball. But irregardless, it's second down, no big deal.
When he retreats a long ways. It ended up
right
with the line of scrimmage. The 35 would have been a 15-yard pass from there, but he threw it about 30, 35 yards. And he's going to retreat back outside the 40, near the 44. Looks, he throws over the middle. And as I say that, he looked over the middle. They were running towards the numbers, running a flag route, and the pass is incomplete.
The Chrisman receiver wanted pass interference, but both players running straight to the ball. That's a good no call.
Luke Fellers was defending for Blue Springs South. Our fourth quarter brought to you by Myers Funeral Chapel, locally owned and family operated. They remind you that texting and driving is dangerous for everyone on the road. Please don't text and drive. A penalty flag thrown, and we didn't see that one, Coach. And looks like it's going to be unsportsmanlike. We shall see. And it's going to take the ball all the way back to the 50-yard line. So you got to get to the 25, so you're looking at 3rd and 25. 3:03 left to play.
You know, Blue Springs South, I think, has done a good job not shooting themselves in the foot tonight, which they've done in the past. So nice job keeping their composure.
And Mr. Hurl doesn't seem pleased with something as he is directing traffic, and now the officials get together once again. When something happens, we'll let you know. There's the start to the play clock. Blue Springs South with a 30-7 lead. Twins to both sides from midfield. Going right to left. Hurl back to pass. Sets up a screen. Finds his receiver. And he rumbles all the way down to the 35-yard line. And believe it or not, they're right back where they started as Nauer makes the catch and rumbles for 15 yards for the first down, or for the fourth down play. That's 4th down and 10.
That's an excellent play call, though. Blue Springs South, it kind of smells blood in the water like a shark, and they're wanting to sack the quarterback, so they run right by the screenplay. So nice call.
Miles Opdahl in on the play. Hurl's going to throw. Got a receiver open, and it's knocked away. They were looking for Mason at the 10-yard line. They were looking for points on that one, Coach.
That was Fellows, I believe, on the making the defensive play there. Nice job. So a turnover on downs. 2 minutes left. Jags can run this out.
So what you're telling me is, if Red Auerbach were a football coach, he would have the old stogie ready to light.
Yep.
But he's not, and boy, would that be politically incorrect. Walker Goebel joins the festivities. The last moment is the blocking back. And the Jags are going to use their second quarterback as Adam Connors is in. And he's going to come to the near side on the quarterback keeper. And he's going to get out to the 42-yard line. And clock runs with 2 minutes remaining.
Just a design quarterback sweep there, and I think the Blue Springs South kids have tried to keep their cool, but now I can see they're getting pretty excited about getting the first win of the year and coming on homecoming. That's a good deal.
Well, the starters get to come to the sidelines with a lead. That's a good feeling for them as Connors is going to give the ball to Vasquez Gray. The hole is closed. He sprints to the outside, turns the corner, out over the 50, takes it into Chrisman territory. He gets banged out of bounds as he approaches the 46 and gets helped up by a couple of his teammates who are pretty excited over there. Making the tackle, bumping him out of bounds, is Kelvin Mason for William Chrisman.
You know, Jeremiah got the ball there. He didn't look like he had that many yards, but he's got really good speed, and he beat him around the corner. So good things to come for the Jags. Little Jeremiah Vasquez Gray does a great job. I look down here, though, he's a senior, I see.
He's standing in there, taking the carries when he can get them, and Connors is going to keep it, and Connors will get the ball inside the 45, down to the 42-yard line, but more importantly, the clock continues to run with 1:15 to go. And Blue Springs South, 1:05 away from win number 1 this year.
Well, like we mentioned, it's too bad we've got injured kids from Blue Springs South. It would be great if they would be able to play tonight. This is a special night, homecoming. You know, the kids are very excited to get this big win.
5 on the play clock, 45 in the game clock. Connors will give it to Vasquez Gray, and he gets corralled and suplexed, if you will, to the ground. And that was Isaiah Woods. He'll lose 4, and this game is over. They have not started the play clock until after the game clock got underneath, and another snap of the ball will not be required here tonight. Our final, it's Blue Springs South 30, William Chrisman 7. Our fourth quarter has been presented by Myers Funeral Chapel, locally owned and family operated. We remind you that texting and driving is dangerous for everyone on the road. Please do not text and drive, and we invite you to stay tuned for our Prime Lending postgame show. That's coming up next after this timeout from Vision Sports on Real Country, 10:30 a.m., KCWJ.
The McCarthy Auto Group is a proud supporter of Preps KC and high school sports across Kansas City. If you're in the market for a new or pre-owned vehicle, or you need service or body work done, we hope you'll visit one of our 12 McCarthy Auto Group locations. Visit kccars.com for over 2,000 new certified and pre-owned vehicles, and you'll find quick and easy